Every Saturday, 12 p.m. Pacific on YouTube and Twitch, where content creators and makers meet up and chat about their projects. Have a question? We might have the answer. Like, subscribe, and share. See you on the Jerry Show. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Tuning in, the screen lights up. Real talk, no filters, no fuss. Make us meet on a digital stage. Projects born where passions rage. Jerry hosts the wildest ride. Creativity you can't hide. Talking shop on a Saturday noon. Ideas shared, gonna blow up soon. Live on YouTube, live on Twitch. 3D HP's got the edge to bring our minds together here. In this space we persevere. Machines hum, ideas pop. No limit, we don't stop. Filaments melt into dreams. Innovation bursting at the seams. From the mind to reality. Every project a new spree. Collaboration lights the way. In Jerry's world we play. Live on YouTube, live on Twitch. 3D HP's got the edge to bring our minds together here. In this space we persevere. From the mind to reality. Every project a new spree. Collaboration lights the way. In Jerry's world we play. Live on YouTube, live on Twitch. 3D HP's got the edge to bring our minds.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Jerry Show. We are live on YouTube and Twitch. We're live every Saturday, 12 p.m. Pacific. We have on makers from around the world. We can do like 10 to 12 people at a time on screen. We have filament giveaways every week. And let me bring in the guests we got in the back room, and we'll get going right now. Matt, what's going on?
Hey everyone, how's everyone?
Kenny,
Inflation, taxes,
you get
let's
caught up on
see,
my chat here.
the price of life. That's what's going on.
Brecky, hello, hello. How you doing today? Betty Boop, what's going on? That's my wife, Brandy. Jedi.
Anyways,
Hope everybody is having a great day. And we're going to do something different today on the giveaway. I'm going to run a test here in a minute. In this EV Mux, this program I'm using, it's got a built-in giveaway tool. So I'm going to have somebody type a word in chat. I'm going to draw it as a test. It won't be a real giveaway, just to see how it works. Hello, Sergio. How you doing today? Let me change my screens and we'll see if you can see that, and we'll try it.
I'm getting a delay.
Okay, if everybody on the screen can see that, type the word plastic in chat. I'm just trying to test this. Hashtag plastic. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a second. Oh, okay. I see how that works. Okay. Yeah, go hashtag plastic. Let's see how that works. Let me click the wrong button. Let me click that again. I guess that'll work. It'll flip through all of them like that. Yeah, that's a pretty cool giveaway tool. That'll work out. And this for this test, the winner was Loopy Lou. It's not a real test. It's not a real giveaway. It's just a test. Okay, what?
See?
Yeah, yeah. I used to memorize that, but then throughout the years, I think they changed it.
They don't
Yeah,
even do it anymore. God, man,
and
that's
then
annoying. Back when,
time and temperature was 118.
yeah, I have to
Anyway,
tell them the time will be. Yeah.
so that's what we'll do for the giveaway later. And then if I don't recognize a person's name in chat when they go to email me, I'll simply ask them in chat, give me the first three letters of your email, first three letters. That way, when they do email me, I can recognize it. Maybe something like that. So anyway, that was fun for a test. But we'll be giving away a roll of Ziltech filament today. That'll be the lower 48 states. So later, when we go to do that, then I'll have you enter at that time. So there's not going to be any pre-entering. We'll just wait till it's giveaway time. Then I'll put that up on the screen. We'll do the drawing. And the same with the Polymaker. Hello, Jose. How you doing today? Hope
Hey,
everything's a great day. I got a little bit of paint on Hulk here. I got a little black. I got a little bit of black for his hair. I've got to go over some gray, some white, and different shades. It's too dark. And then I've got a little bit of red on him right now. And I got the whole base primed this morning. And I got the flag primed. So lots of work to do, but at least it's got something going on. So
Make me big.
there you go.
And there's my project. My Voron 2, 2.4, la la la, 350. I got the display in, but I'm going to put the trim in that goes around it. The the gantry. Yeah, there we go. That's it. Anyways, it's all in. I did have a little problem with the tap. My rail did come off, and my little ball bearings went everywhere. But West 3D does have a answer for that. They have an upgraded rail for it for $9. So I'm going to put that in, and then we should be okay. And then I can get my tool head on. But my tool head is still in pieces, but it shouldn't take me long because I got pretty much everything printed out. There's my extruder, my clock. They call it the clockwork. That's all done. I got the motor already wired in. There's my hot end cartridge kit. It's all wired in, ready to rock and roll. And then on the face, I just did my LEDs this morning, and I got I got the fan in already, so I got both
Nice.
ones ready to go.
Looking good.
In other words, when I'm waiting on parts, like right now I am, for that rail, I find something else to do. Like underneath, my bottom's practically done. All I gotta do though is my stops, my end stops. I gotta wire those in, plug in the fans. I should have this thing up and running soon, I hope.
Thank you
Then
very much, Chris Nink. You've been subscribed to me on Twitch for 33 months now. Thank you very much, my friend. Appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you.
and then from there, I go on to my turtle box or box turtle.
Twitch, I've got 5 subscribers total and 761 followers on Twitch.
Yeah, I've been doing nothing. I've been on holiday, so I have nothing to show you guys.
Where'd you go on holiday? Anything fun? Do anything
Uh,
fun? Or
yeah, we went to the ocean near Blackpool. We went camping,
Mhm.
so perfect weather for it.
Nice.
Yeah, it was nice. And my dog behaved very well. Now she's back to her old self.
So Derek is at the cinema watching Superman. He's on his phone texting us. Come on, man, turn off the phone and watch the movie. I appreciate you though, but yeah.
Watch
Yeah, I'm not
Superman.
sure. I'll have to wait till Superman gets out on video or not video on an app or something so we can watch it.
Yeah, I don't watch so many movies. Actually, today I watched a movie. Sorry,
I've had so many Supermans,
but
it's ridiculous.
it was halfway through Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. That's a pretty good movie. I think it's okay, good movie, very good representation of that person. I mean, he was very like he's still alive, isn't he?
I can help with that. Which of these media
What
providers
the
would you
hell?
like to use?
Okay, my phone did begin. Automatically, that program called Gemini just started talking. I went to Walmart the other day. I'm coming out. I'm hearing something in my pocket. And it's, yeah.
That's
What's that guy's name?
no,
That
the
does
way
that
you
shit?
just the way you just said that.
What's that guy's name? Family Feud? Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey was in my pocket talking. It's like, what the hell? I pull out my phone and it's got a video playing. It's like, I didn't do that. Why did that happen? So whatever AI program, I woke up this morning that happened. It said something about Gemini. It was talking to me. So I need to figure out how to uninstall that. I don't want that on here.
Go into your apps and uninstall, or pull it up and hit uninstall.
Gemini is an AI artificial program, I think, for Google.
And whoever invented this AI crap, man, boy, oh
Or
man,
was it Microsoft? I'm not sure.
who knows? I hate
Yeah,
that
I don't
shit.
know.
I have enough with, I call her Cortana, but you know what I mean. Don't want to
Well, I
mention
mean,
her name.
I feel AI has its place, and you should be able to pick and choose when it comes up, not just here it is.
Yeah, Google the other day, or no, I was on YouTube, just surfing YouTube under videos, and then I see we have Olympic diving, and it has all these dogs on diving boards diving and doing flips into the water, and I'm like, there's 254,000 views in 2 days. It's like, who are all these stupid people that are watching this AI stuff? Obviously, a dog is not really on the diving board doing backflips. This is all fake. It's AI, but they're getting all these views. It's crazy. But I did click on it for 2 seconds, so maybe I'm one of 254,000 people that clicked on it for a couple seconds and say, "What the hell is this?" Yeah, it's probably Samsung. Something to do with Samsung. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, more silly shit. When the wires go up, where do they go from there?
Yeah, I got an S24 Ultra, and it seems like they'd done an update a couple months ago. Then out of the blue, this started happening. It started talking to me out of the blue. When the phone's turned off, I didn't activate nothing.
I know.
Yeah,
Same
I'm not.
problem with Apple. Sometimes Siri comes up.
Google,
No,
Gemini, Microsoft, yeah.
Friends don't let friends buy Apple.
I like my I like my fruit phone.
Yeah.
Guy said he's got Gemini on his iPhone. Okay. Yeah, I've never used it, but I don't want it to automatically. I didn't have any keywords. I was still sleeping, and I woke up. I heard my wife get up. I woke up before my alarm, and I might have made a moan or a groan as I sat up, but that wasn't words. And then the phone starts talking to me.
Gemini, who's Mr. Rogers' neighborhood? No, couldn't. I mean, I was early on talking about Mr. Roger, and then I start talking.
Mr.
Yeah,
Rogers'
So
neighborhood.
Mr. Rogers and Captain Kangaroo, when they were in the military, they were both elite uh, killers. Put it that way.
Mr. Roger was not a sniper.
Yep. No, he was a lot worse than that when he was in the military. Look him up, Google it. Hello, Kenneth Davis. How you doing today? Hope you're having a great day. We got started a little bit ago. It's kind of slow. We'll be giving a roll of Ziltech filament away later. It'll be lower 48 states USA and a roll of Polymaker. It's not going to be a form to fill out anymore. There's a program built into EV Mux, and we'll be using that, and that'll happen. It won't be anything you do in advance. Once we decide to do the giveaway, I'll have everybody put the keyword in chat. I'll draw, and that'll go that way. As a matter of fact, I need to email Polymaker to get the code, so when I have a winner, I can send it right to them.
Yeah, I'm allowed to come to now. Play.
Let's see what Mr. Bamboo's doing.
Yeah, my baboos.
Well,
I
you're
need to
allowed
get
to,
some parts for them.
you said you're allowed to enter for the Polymaker giveaways again?
Yeah,
Okay, so you're not a Polymaker partner no more?
I'm a Polymaker partner, but I'm allowed to enter them
Well, how's that?
because I'm allowed to. I asked them, but I'm not gonna enter in this show or in any other show. Just the
I
Alan
never on
show.
any show because I don't think I'm supposed to because I'm a Polymaker partner. If I want filament, I can request it, but I only do it once every few months.
No, I asked a person, and he gave me the okay.
Okay,
But I'm not gonna enter, so
all right.
but I'm partner anyway. And you
Nationwide.
know me when I'm supposed to give my filament roll away to somebody.
Yeah.
You
Well, your
know,
wife can enter, even though you're a partner. My wife can enter, even though I'm a partner,
I
because
know.
they can print their own things.
Yeah, she does. She got more filament than me. I just counted. She got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rolls. She got. Some of
Yeah.
them are pretty exotic. Cookie Cat and some other ones too.
When I printed out this Red Hulk right here, only the heads were done in resin. Everything else was done in HTPLA, ABS. What else did I use? I forget what else I used, but it was all PLA that I had on the shelf, and I had to mix it up because I didn't have very much. I've only got some partial rolls at the moment, and then I got a few ASAs and I think 1 or 2 ABS and a roll of carbon fiber. And most of it I got rid of a couple months ago. Oh, I got a video for Trevor I can play. Trevor, Navarre 3D guys in Florida. Remember, he comes on once in a while. He's watching our videos. He's got the store down in Florida. He sent me another video, so let me play that.
Hi, Jerry and everyone. For the base on this guy. Hi,
Whoop,
Jerry
let's
and
start.
everyone. Hopefully I can join the chat this weekend, but sometimes it gets nice and busy right at the wrong time. It's never the wrong time to be busy, but you know what I mean. Anyway, I'm going to show you what we're doing. in a second. Somebody just came in. All right, I'm back. So this week we're working on a trophy. It's going to be a obviously caliper and rotor. Some company that produces them is giving away awards. So it's going to be full size, like 11.5 inch for the diameter of the rotor. That's going to stand on a platform for them. Local restaurants having us do a big Buffalo Bills wall. I don't know what you call it. I mean, something to go on the wall. It's going to be about 6 feet wide, so that should be good. Finishing up a award for the base on this guy. Been working on this one for a little bit. It's finally going to be ready to go. Printing this base right now. What else? Been busy. We're moving out of the mall, so that changes everything. She's on summer break, of course. Oh, the base came by and bought a bunch of filament, some printers. Use or lose money. Worked on a bunch of bamboos again this week. A lot of them got picked up, so we won't have too many left, which is good. We got some jobs here. We're gonna have to reverse engineer a headlight assembly. I may have to print a bunch of these little pickle guys. I think they're gonna give them away or something. Other than that, that's it. Hopefully we'll be able to jump on the chat. Oh, we're printing another one of these for the base. It's obviously much larger in there. And then we're going to be doing some new stuff for the Tough Mudder guys here real soon. So they have a new design. But other than that, we're emptying out the store. It's sad I don't have room. So kid's losing her little spare room, and all my fibers are just sitting in here right now in the dark. We'll get that up and running again soon. But hopefully I'll jump in on chat here later, man. I always try. It just gets busy at inconvenient times. Anyway, talk to you later.
Alrighty. Let down the back run. And we got Al popping in. Hello, Al.
Hey,
guys.
Kilroy.
Everyone doing great, hopefully?
Yeah,
Yes,
doing
sir.
all right.
Yeah, I can't stay very long. I just thought I'd pop in and stuff, and hey, I got my battery pack for this thing. So
Oh, cool.
I figured I'd at least try to put it together and get it to where it runs. I think I'm going to put a little switch in here, but I'm not ready for the switch. I'll have to drill a hole and wire it and stuff. But I figure I could just twist it and I'll run it a little bit, and that'll be what I'm going to do anyway.
Yeah, I looked at that on that website, and there's like so many different parts, and you got to download all the different sections to make it all work and make it all go together.
I've got one right here,
That's-
here.
Well, that's the complete one.
That's yes. That's the manual one. Okay, that's the manual one. This one cranks,
Okay.
and it's kind of hard to do this holding it like this, but it kind of cranks. Am I doing this right? No. Oh, there. But anyway, yeah, it cranks, and then there goes the little ball, right? Anyway, it needs to be leveled, to do this. But yeah, I've got a whole one in that bag.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
I'll be honest. I accidentally cut it, thinking that it was this one. This one's a different one that uses the what do I call it? Motor ramp or something. But basically it has a motor underneath it, and like I said, I'm gonna hook up the wires and stuff and see if I can get it to work a little bit. This has been a lot of fun. It's a puzzle, yet it's kind of lets you, if you want to, adjust it or change it or what have not. Case in point, I built a Dalek, and the Dalek was just all little pieces. Well, in the spots where it was just going to be little bitty pieces of wood, I went ahead and 3D printed the domes to the Dalek. You know how the
Exterminate.
exactly. So I'm able to do 3D print just use my imagination. I'm
Cool.
going to be having a TARDIS build along, probably for under $20. I'll send all the parts out and stuff, painted, and then one Sunday, me and a couple other people and anybody else that wants to join, um, we're gonna build a TARDIS. We're gonna put
Oh,
it together and stuff, and I'll, like I said, I'll send out all the pieces cut and stuff for people. So uh, I'm not selling it. It's just to recoup my costs for
yeah,
ship
yeah.
parts. But anyway, I
Very
just
cool.
thought I'd stop in real quick. Thank you for the invite, Jerry.
Yeah, you're always welcome.
Thank you, sir. With that, I want to take it off my ugly mug and just play. Like I said, I'm just going to twist these. I'm not gonna go solder them yet. But I just want to see it running, really.
Oh, you're gonna hook it up right now so we can watch it?
Oh yeah, yeah. That's. I figure why not? Let me get it done. Let me at least
Give him
get it.
5 minutes.
Yeah, let me at least get it wired,
Okay.
and I need to
Cool.
extend these wires a little bit. But
All right.
Yeah, been on holiday and been to the seaside. Was nice. My dog totally. She was a different dog. Like she was not my Lily, but I know her from home. At home, she's like
Hello,
she
Clown
rules
Hammer.
the nest.
Hope you're doing well. Let me share out the invite again.
I've been training her really well now, and she just sit up command on a carpet, but not for long, as because she doesn't like a cold butt, I guess.
Yeah, later when we get ready to do the giveaway for the filament, there will not be a Google Doc to fill out. I'll have you type a word in chat, then I'll draw it straight out of chat and have the person email me. And then we'll do the polymaker the same way.
Yeah, I do need to get some parts for my printers. I need to order soon.
Man, there's a lot of wires that go in these
Lady
things.
Boop wants to know what kind of dog you got.
I got elephant hunting dogs called
The, mar-
Chihuahuas.
the marble run is all laser cut.
Come here.
You can go to Kilroy79763, as his name says on YouTube. Subscribing is free. He goes live once or twice a week, and he's always building projects. And he's working on constantly cutting things out on his lasers and building them, like this marble run, for instance.
Yeah, my lasers need some love. Probably after this project.
Yeah,
Anybody want to buy?
go ahead.
Anybody want to buy a Galvo? I wouldn't sell that.
Lily, sit. Sit. You want a treat?
When's the
It's
last time you?
104 here in Vegas at my house right now. 104 out.
Sit.
Well, guess what, man? It's July, and sometimes I get up in the middle of the night, and my weather station will say, and this is in the middle of the night, around 2 or 3 in
Sit.
the morning, it will say
Stay.
90 degrees.
Lay down. Lay down. Lay down.
Anyways, so where is everybody?
Lay down.
Clownhammer, you're in Colorado, huh? Are you anywhere near what is that, Loveland? Like Denver, Fort Rocky Mountain? Yeah, because I'm gonna figure out how I'm gonna transport my my Death Racer next spring.
He's
It's
30
been,
miles east of Denver.
yeah, he's not far at all. Our So basically, like for Zany, because Zany's from Indiana, he's close to uh, Midwest.
Yeah.
Where, God, man, have you heard from anybody else like David or anything like that?
No, no.
No.
For the past 2 weeks, I didn't work doing nothing much.
Okay. Yeah, when I get this Voron built, I might try to do a big print, and you know
Yeah,
what it's going to be.
I didn't know libraries had lasers and stuff like that, like a Maker Hub. But if they do, I'm sure you would be allowed to check with them. You bring your own material, depending on what the material is.
The college I work at has a whole fab lab with multiple lasers and embroidery machines and 3D printers, and but that's a college.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to put this on here temporarily. I just want to see it turn, and then I'll take it out to the shop and solder everything up and find a switch where I can turn it on and off. I think it'll work like that.
What that motor is that for a different purpose? It looks familiar.
It's a it's a 6 volt, 40 RPM motor used in most animatronics.
Okay.
I don't know what the torque is on it or anything, but it's got a gearbox and a little DC motor, 6 volt DC motor on it. And
Okay.
it has quite a bit of torque from what I can see. You know.
Yeah.
You ever seen that musician? I forget what country he's from. He's on YouTube a long time ago. I don't know about recently. He plays music and he's got this big marble machine. Have you ever
Yeah.
seen that guy?
Patrick. Is that right? Patrick WD3D or something or?
He's
Yeah, yeah.
he's some European guy who's got a heavy accent.
Oh.
Let me see if I
The
can
one
find
I'm
him.
thinking of has all the viewers basically interact icon wise. You know, enter into the marble run, and then you see the marble with their name on top, kind of going
Ivan
down.
Miranda.
No,
Shoot.
no,
You're talking
maybe.
about Ivan Miranda that makes all the stuff.
No,
No.
not that guy. This guy's
Okay.
a musician. You like
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
music,
Okay.
and
Now
Yeah, I know which music video he. I know which one he means.
I
What's the
don't.
song called?
Winter Gatton.
Yeah, Winter. Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
That's
Okay.
the one.
yeah.
Thanks, Ricky Steele.
That's the one.
Yeah, that dude, whoo, boy, he's a genius.
He
That
did.
dude,
Yeah, pretty well. He did. Everything was laser cut, wasn't it?
I don't know, I don't know how he made his stuff, but yeah, but just designing that, and then he's got all these like a walker robot, and it's all wood.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Total disclosure, I didn't make this. I just assembled this. You can get this on freelaserfiles.com.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure everybody knew that.
I got a 3D printed marble run, but it's not my design either. My wife bought it.
Yeah, see? Oh, yeah, I'm taping that. Free laser files.
Let me put this down.
I just shared it. Link.
Hold on
Okay.
a second. Let me
Thank
put some stuff away from my table.
freelaserfiles.com.
Yep. Oh, and it has videos, guys, to show you how to build it. Every part is numbered. Of course, they've got Patreon and stuff, and I've been thinking about it. If the stuff that's out available to the public is that good, man, I wonder what the Patreon stuff is like. There you go.
Whoa! Thanks,
Did,
man.
did, did you 3D print that?
Yeah.
Cool. Did you design
That
it?
was. No. I wish.
Well,
I
no,
wish I was Pussycat good.
you could.
Yeah, everybody could, but
Exactly.
I don't think I'm far. I'm far off this type of level of designing yet.
Always.
Yeah, I'm too lazy.
Mm.
And yes, I agree with you. Same here.
Yeah. If
But
I was
some
desi-
people they have just a mind for it, you know. That I do. I know I have a three-dimensional brain. You know what I mean? And I think
Yes.
try to think three-dimensional. And the thing is, with these people, they're another dimension, even further,
Right.
like fourth dimension. You know,
Right.
that
Right. Yes.
but
Yes.
they only get that because of error and trial. You know,
Yes.
trial
Trial
and
and error.
error, trial and error. Yes.
He's in the UK. They say things backwards.
It's okay. It's okay. I
But
understood. I understood.
So
then again, they were there first, and we're the new country. So
hey, we were the first ones on the moon. Don't you know that?
yeah.
The Germans?
Historical. No.
I'd make a comment, but
The
I don't know if
Indians.
you take offense or if it would be. But there's a movie about.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah, yeah,
I'll just
yeah,
leave it at
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. Leave it at that.
Oh, where the
It's a
moon's
terrible
metal,
movie.
and there's space base inside of it, and yeah. Anyway,
And I'm
That's
talking
messed
about
up.
Space 1999, by the way. Right? Okay.
Hell, what's its start date?
Today, I have to look on the calculator. I believe at one time we were doing 25
Jer-
dot
Jerry is
zero
wanting Martin
seven
mechanic. I don't understand that.
2507.12. Start date 2507.12. 25.0712. No, no.
well, yeah.
Babe, the Americans will agree with me about this. You drive on the right side. That's why it says you drive on the right side, not on the left side. I'm just teaching you English. You know, on the because in America you drive on the right side of the road, so it's the right side of the road you have to drive. It's always right, right? You can't say you drive on the right side because it's left. That's what you say over here. So that's backwards, you know. So it took me like 3, 4 years to get really used to the traffic, being used to always been on the right side of the road.
That was
And if
easy.
you get confused which one's left and right, hold up your fingers like this. One's an L,
No,
backwards.
that's not
L
what I
left.
mean. This is right for me and this is left for me. You
Yep.
know, but to you, you saw it probably backwards. So, but I don't have that problem, especially when you cross the street. You know, you have to look first left and then right and then left again. You know, before you go across the street. In America, you go right, then left, then right.
Or whichever, as long as you
Yeah.
look multiple times.
Only in Utah, man, they got try driving in Utah. They got some weird streets.
Yeah, me and Brandy, we went to Texas last time. I think we were in New Mexico. I think in some little town, the the interstate went through, and we got off for gas or something. And one of the street signs was like 13 miles an hour or something really weird. It's like, what the hell? It wasn't like 10, 15, or 20. It was like 13. It was something strange like that.
Yeah, they don't do that. That's probably a fake sign.
No, that was real.
Nationwide. Well, Paul McCartney's tickets go on sale pretty soon. Everybody jump on that bandwagon. How much
You
do you think
know,
they're gonna? How much do you think they're gonna be at the Allegiant Stadium? How many
I don't know.
thousands?
I was going to say hundreds. You think thousands? Yeah.
For ground seats at the Allegiant.
Or they got the dome. It'd be probably more popular to have it at the Sphere.
but that's where he's playing at the Allegiant. I don't know if you saw the post on Facebook or whatever.
Uh,
Yeah, yeah. He's this next tour and pre-sales going. Sale. I signed up for the pre-sale notification just because I like to see the prices.
uh,
Put this way, Chris Stapleton, which I know you probably don't know who he is. He's a country singer, and George Strait
I
at
know who George
at
Strait is. But
well, yeah, he's famous. Um, anyways, those two at the Allegiant nosebleed 500.
yeah, I'd rather
Oh,
watch it on TV. You get a close-up stage shot.
yeah. Plus, you don't have to fight the crowds.
Yeah, and parking and everything.
Sessions. I mean, I saw the Eagles in person at the Silver Bowl.
Are you ready, Al?
There's some I want to
No,
see
not
in
yet.
person.
Hey, PC Vinlet. Hello, how you doing today? Hope you're having a great day.
Hey everyone. I
We
mean,
started
Come on,
a
Pete.
half hour ago. We're going slow. Only got 27 people currently watching.
What's going on
27
today?
on Twitch.
I wonder what's going on today.
I don't know. Last
Why?
week we started out slow, but then we got rated twice, and after about 2 hours, we were up to like 100 people watching.
Yeah, last week we were jamming. No, I'm just trying to figure out, any events or any, any weddings. Who knows?
no.
Well, it's just, it's also summertime. People go traveling.
Yeah, like me, yes. Well, yesterday I came back, so
Come on, man, finish. I want to get this thing mounted. Yeah, I had my screen all mounted because I wanted to see if that looked okay. I didn't like that look, so I'm going to put a bezel, a red bezel around it. So, anyways, yeah, this undercarriage looks pretty cool. All the stuff in here.
Yeah, I got you
That
on a
much.
big screen.
Oh,
Yeah.
huh?
Whatever you want to do. If you feel you need to pick your nose on camera, go right ahead.
My finger was on the outside of my nose. I was just joking.
Oh, I can't see that far. You're too far away.
All right.
I'm sacrificing gummy bears right now to my belly.
That is
Oh,
where I got
gummies.
Germany.
Yummy.
Germany is where I got turned on to gummies. That and Ritter Sport chocolates. Oh man, I love Ritter Sport.
And if you're watching on Twitch, I got the drop game set up. If you want to do, what's the hashtag drop or bang drop in chat? Exclamation drop in chat. It'll run.
Well, here we pay £1.50 for it. Of roughly $2.
There you go.
What for
I
Ritter
always have that
Sport?
running every week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then it got me hooked on one of them. I think it was the strawberry one. It got me hooked on that thing, and now I can't find it. Oh, but I do have an international, or we do have an international store in Decatur here. Mainly Asian, but they got
How about
German.
I send you some Ritter Sports and you send me a Velveeta cheese?
That stuff will kill you, man. It's full of salt.
The shrimp father, Martin. Hello, how you doing today?
I only want to use it for my to make some proper macaroni and cheese.
Oh, I quit going to Costco, but man, at Costco we used to, man, there'd be pallets of that stuff.
Mm.
I mean, I used to love Velveeta, but yeah, it's got a lot of salt in it.
Now, usually super glue when you build those, right? That way it glues instantly, or you're using wood glue?
Yes, and this is new CA glue that I got, and I can't get it to come out. And I even got activator for it. I don't know,
Well,
just cheap stuff that I got, so I thought I'd try it.
Aren't keyholes supposed to just push it in?
Witches?
go ahead, run.
Keyhole like for a network plug.
You should be able to.
Hello, how you doing today? Sorry.
You should be able to just to push a RJ45 plug into a jack. Yeah.
Yeah, because I've got a plate on the back of this for keyholes, and I bought the keyhole off of Amazon. Of course, you get 6 of the damn things. Make me big. Okay. Anyway, oh yeah, my camera's up there. So that's my keyhole that I'm trying to push in right now. And it's got the little catch underneath. I don't know if you see that. Oh, there we go. There we go.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I'm trying to punch in right now, and it's not pushing. And again, the plate even said for USB and for these keyholes, and it's not going in. I even try to tilt it, and it won't go in. I know what I can do. I can do it from the back end, because it doesn't really matter because it's female to female. That no. Come on, bitch, get in there. God.
How much more do you have to glue, Al?
I got to get this piece up here, and then see if it'll run.
Okay.
And I have to make sure it's aligned. But I think this looks too high. It
So
needs.
how long does it take you to do one set of parts on your laser? Well, first off, which laser do you got?
I've got an Ohmtech 60 watt,
Okay. And how long
and
does it take you to run the parts for one set?
I don't know. I'd say about 30 to 45 minutes to cut an 18 by 24.
Okay.
Somewhere in there, about 45 minutes, I guess.
Yeah, because I got
18 by.
I got a 130 out in the garage, and it's 35 by 55.
Uh huh. Is it? Oh, and I see what the problem is. I see what my problem is. This isn't. This isn't in here. Okay, that makes sense.
Man, you son of a rat's ass.
Yeah. There we go. Okay. Now that should sit there perfectly. Well, maybe
Did
not.
anybody buy a lot of money for Amazon days or Prime days?
My wife
Haven't
bought some Kindle.
haven't spent a penny.
I bought one thing, an ice cream maker, and it wasn't even 30.
Next year I might, because I'll have my Social Security.
You and your Social Security. The Savior, it's not what it's wrapped up to be, but okay.
You're just gonna spend more money.
That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, I can
Did
put a
you,
new air conditioner on the house, save up like 4 payments, and put an air conditioner on the house.
that's going to be expensive by then.
Yeah, everything
Like,
goes up every year.
yeah, because the crane alone is a lot.
Why not install a ground unit?
It's already mounted on the roof. You can't. It's not that simple. It's all ducted from the roof down. You can't put a split unit in on the ground.
I would love to have a ground unit. But then again, when I bought this house, 2020, our AC had 1 year on it. So we're okay. And then we just had our roof done about 2 years ago. So we're good. Yeah, this keyhole thing is weird. That's what I get from buying it off Amazon.
Well, lots of reputable companies sell on Amazon, so shouldn't be nothing wrong with the part, depending on who you bought it from.
Ooh, I got a
How they
very
bought it.
unusual gummy bear.
Sell it on eBay.
No, I sacrificed it to my stomach. Tastes all the same.
Sandy.
I sold it on eBay. I think what the deal with this thing is, what I'm sticking it through should probably be thicker. That in order to the plastic I'm putting this through probably should be thicker for this keyhole. That's what I'm thinking, at least. Or I could put some channel locks and force it. It's just not going all the way to the clip, where the clip is on it.
Maybe you're overlooking something.
No, I mean, it's a simple process.
I tried to take my soluble hot end off my SVO8 a long time ago, and I took out the 2 bolts, and I tried to get it off. It wouldn't come out, so I grabbed a pair of pliers, took another wrench, a screwdriver, and I'm smacking it, trying to get it to pull down. And after I did that for about 5 minutes, and I was starting to get pretty mean with it, I realized I forgot a little tiny screw on the bottom that holds it all together. And once I took out another little screw, it just fell off my hand. And I was overlooking it.
No, this is just plastic on plastic. There is no screws. Somebody's got some marbles loose.
Uh-oh.
It's running.
And there they are going up. I'm going to need more marbles, maybe.
Oh yeah, they have to push themselves up. So if you don't have enough ball, it looks like ball bearings you're using, right, or marbles?
They're half-inch ball bearings.
Okay. Oh wow, it's gonna take a lot to get it going. Keep them pushing.
Yeah. See, I need more. Yeah, this whole thing has to be stacked up. But luckily, I have more.
Yay!
So let's just.
Oh,
In fact, that's probably, well, I'll go ahead and put a little more in there. That was probably enough right there.
Anybody watching, if you have a diode laser or a CO2 gantry laser, you can go to freefiles.com. You can pick this up.
Yep. And there's a video that goes along with it. They're free. That guides you step by step by step. Use this part, this part, this part. Yep.
Freelaserfiles.com.
Yep. All right. Let's
Yeah,
see.
one day Al had his live stream going, and I was not paying attention to what he was doing. I was doing some other stuff, and I mentioned to him in chat that one of his screens was frozen. And he's like, "Yeah, that's a video
Need
that
to
I'm
put
watching."
more in.
And I knew that, but for some reason, after I watched you for a while, I had forgot that, and that's why I made a dumb comment.
There it goes, guys.
Cool.
If you hear a big crash, somehow something doesn't sound right.
sounds like the Academy Awards.
It doesn't have enough marbles. It does now. There.
You lose some of your marbles.
Hey, Chris, did you get anything in the mail from Dave and Terry?
Man, it sounds like it's got a limp.
Huh?
Sounds like it's got a limp.
Yeah, see, I definitely need a little switch there.
Is the motorized version free on the site too, or is that you got to pay additional money for that?
No, this was all free.
Okay.
The what is it? What do they call it? Motorized lift, I think is what they call this. And then this is the spiral, and there's other pieces that'll go on here. This is the one I just happened to pick. I think. And then there's here, and then there's this other one. Let's see if I can set it down there on
All right.
on the table. And this one is self. This one is a self. I'm sorry, a manual one that you sit there. Let's see if it'll work for me. Oh wait, this got stuck here.
Ouch.
Yeah, I think I got stuck because there was too many of them while I was cranking it. See, this way, you let it. And I think you could also put the motor on this, but it's not really made for that.
Yeah, Sergio said he's built one like that.
This is the one you built, HVAC to A to Z? This one was the first one I built, and this is it right there. The whole thing is already been cut again. I just I messed up. Huh?
3mm basswood, or
Yeah, 3mm basswood, the cheap stuff, not the stuff that some people recommend, which is the Baltic birch plywood. You know, just this is basswood. I go with the cheapest I can get, and so far so good.
what's the biggest piece of material you need to do that?
18 by 20. I'm sorry, 12 by 18. 12 by 18, yeah, 12 by 24. Two of them put side by side. Hold on a second. Let me go look.
Because I have a big stack of material here I haven't opened, but I don't know how big it is.
I need to go get some. I still got a cross I got to do, but it's not a.
Yeah.
12.
It's 24 by 12, which is two of them put together, so that you can cut out this piece, because this piece is bigger than 12 by 12 here. So
So you need 24 by 12 material.
exactly.
Okay. I think what I have here is only 12 by 12, so it's too small.
Yeah, exactly. But here's the thing. Here's the thought. Even if you got 12 by 24 material, you'd always have 12 by 12s. You could just cut it in half if you needed to. I mean, so you could just get 12 by 24. But I got both because I do use 12 by 12s a lot, and very rarely do use 12 by 24. But yeah, guys, that's it for me. This is all I got.
Very nice.
Remember, no matter what you do, do it just for fun. This is a lot of fun, by the way. Well, with that, Jerry, I'm going to have to take off and go take care of some other stuff. So it's a busy day. Busy day.
Let people know when you're going to be live again so they can come check you out.
All right. Going to be live again tomorrow at 2 p.m. Just search for Kilroy79763 either on Twitch or on YouTube, and my channel will come up. I haven't put the deal yet, but I'm working on the Enterprise on top of the fuel tank with the two boosters on the side. So that's what this will eventually be.
The space shuttle, yeah.
Yeah, the space shuttle. What did I say?
The Enterprise.
Yeah, I know. I've got this Enterprise thing stuck in my head. Thank you, Jerry. I don't know why I keep saying that over and over again. And by the way, I think it's Discovery. Discovery. Which what started all this is the the first dock of the. I don't know if it was the first, but it was with the Mir space station. It was the largest object in space back in 1995. That was commemorated like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I've been working on this for a couple of weeks. It took me forever to print these. It was like 10 pieces of just cutting and cutting and cutting and cutting and cutting. But anyway, with that, guys, live long and prosper. Take care, Jerry. Thanks for the invite, guys.
Thanks
Have a
for
great day,
having
my
me.
friend.
I got to run though.
I'll try to catch you tomorrow if I
Okay, good
remember to
deal.
look for it.
Good deal. Thank you very much. Remember, Gilroy 79763. Bye, guys.
Bye. Take care.
Take care.
And
Take
with
care.
that, we're at the 1 hour mark. We're going to do a giveaway. Let me pull up my new screen and we're going to try this out. Okay, everybody in chat, before you type anything, the people that done my test earlier, well, you can leave them up there. We're going to be giving away a roll of Ziltech. That'll be lower 48 states only here in the USA. Lower 48 states only here in the USA. So if you're interested in getting in on that drawing, we're going to draw that right now. Type in what I want to say, hashtag plastic. Is that the word I want to use? And that's USA only, Matt. Lower 48. So if you win, you'd have to give it to somebody in the USA. And we'll give everybody another minute or so to get entered, and then we're going to do that drawing. That'll be at ziltech.com. They're out of Houston, Texas. They make a lot of their filament here in the U.S. They have extrusion. If you want to build a custom printer, they can cut custom lengths of extrusion. They sell all kinds of filament. They sell some different types of supplies at ziltech.com. Chris Mink said he's taking donations. Let me check that ding and then we'll do the drawing here in just a minute. Alrighty, guys, as everybody entered, looks like everybody's entered. Hello, Klondike. Yeah, Sean, when Matt dropped in earlier, my screen was screwed up, and I didn't realize it was a dynamic scene on the far left. So I went in and I ended up deleting this from what we talked about the other day, and then I had to reset it up. I wish I could have a picture or something in that blue area rather than the way it is. So anyway, but we'll get it figured out. Alrighty, guys. Looks like everybody's got entered. Let me go ahead and hit the draw button, and we'll see how this goes. Here we go. Good luck. Yep, the wheel. Sergio, HVAC A to Z. You have won a roll of Ziltech filament. Please say something in the chat, Sergio. Doesn't matter. You still got to confirm in chat. I done the test at the beginning of it. Oh, here he is. Congrats, Sergio. I know how to get a hold of you. You know how to get a hold of me. Just go to ziltech.com, pick out a type of filament you like and color, and let me know, and I'll let my rep know with your mailing address. Congratulations.
I wonder what Sam Prentice does right now.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know either. I mean, talking about Sam Prentice. What he's doing right now.
I don't see him in the back room, so I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I'm asking, does anybody know what Sam Prentice is up to?
I don't know. Message Sam and ask him.
Oh, I don't know. Sometimes you hear something through the grapevine, you know?
Oh, okay. I don't know. He might be lurking. You never know.
Yeah, no. Might be right behind me. No, that's my dog.
Okay, now I want you to find out on my pro scene. Let's see. How can I go and edit that? Let's see. I want to edit it without pulling it back up on the screen. And I don't think I can do that. I don't see a way that I can go into without pulling it back up.
Klondike just popped in.
Gentlemen, we got Klondike popping in. Hello, Sean.
Only for a little.
Sean, how can I edit my pro scene for the giveaway without showing it on screen? Is there a way I can edit it?
Uh-oh, hold on. There we go. I accidentally had the YouTube window open.
Oh,
I haven't gotten that far into it as far as when it's the giveaway.
okay. Yeah, when Matt popped on earlier and I popped on, it was, I forget what was wrong. It was screwed up, but it's because I had that other scene, so I had to delete it. And then I realized that on the left I could change scenes, so I had the wrong one picked when I came in. So
Yeah, you can always
But yeah,
go
the
up
give-
to the upper left.
the giveaway tool worked fine.
Awesome. Good to hear. Good to hear. Welcome to my messy shop today.
Not as
Oh
much-
wow, you're starting to mod up the body for your train, your choo-choo.
Oh yeah, that's the big one. This is just a prototype.
That's gas powered, guys. It's going to go in his backyard, run around the property.
It's a 7.5-inch scale. Actually, the train itself is a friend of mine, and I told him I'd make a shell for it, and I wanted to do a 3D print, but it looks like I'm just going to go ahead and laser cut it and put it together that way.
Yeah, it's easier.
It is, but I thought the 3D print engine would be a challenge. I mean, I will 3D print parts for it. Don't get me wrong.
Speaking
Yeah,
of trains with the Aussie team last weekend, Steven Tyler was, they had one group called the Super Group, and I guess part of it comprised of Steven Tyler, and the dead train kept coming all night long.
Oh, I haven't heard that song for a while. That's a good tune.
Yeah, Ozzy Osbourne did also one song like that.
Yeah, that was a good concert. His last concert. That Mama, I'm Coming Home. There was a lot of meaning to that song.
I thought about that when I was coming back from Germany.
Oh.
I mean, I had that song going.
Oh yeah. Did I miss anything good?
No,
We're a little slow today. We're up
I've
to
been on
40.
holiday.
Yeah,
On a
that's good.
holiday. On a holiday.
Yeah, on a holiday.
Yeah, I have a club picnic to go to here shortly, so I figured I'd stop in and say hi, hang out for probably
Jerry's in
about
the house
30.
now. Where's the second Jerry? I see me. Where's the other Jerry?
Oh, I see him in the bottom. Or is that the video? Oh, that's the video.
Oh, Trevor's video.
Well, dag nabbit.
The print house, me. I don't see you. Where are you?
Yeah, I don't see you either.
Oh, in the house, meaning you're in the stream or on camera. Okay.
Oh.
All right, I get it. I thought you meant on camera.
Wow. I'm showing
Oh,
too much.
Jerry.
Let's see here. Now that way I don't see as much of my messy shop.
Okay. Did you do that in AV Mux or did you do that on OBS?
OBS.
Okay.
By the way, did they ever announce the band that wanted profit for that thing because they kept saying Sharon was gonna, kick them out because they wanted profit because everything was for charity. I guess it went to Parkinson and some children's thing.
Oh,
that's cool.
Jermaine Spencer, hello, hello. How you doing? What's up? We have only had one giveaway so far, the one for Ziltech Filament that was USA only. We haven't done the one for Polymaker. And those that are just dropping in, I have a different type of thing. I'm not having nobody fill out a Google Doc anymore with emails after what happened last week with me. And anyway, so I'll be using EV Mux here. Sean introduced me to it. They have a giveaway tool here where I'll have somebody type a word in chat. And when we do the giveaway, I'll spin the wheel on the screen, and then that person can email me with their information. Or they can email with Polymaker. You simply email me, and I shoot you back the code and the link for the giveaway.
No more headaches.
No more. This is nice guy.
You know, StreamYard used to have the same type of thing, but what I didn't like about the one from StreamYard, it seemed to me that it wasn't going through all the names. If you had a lot of people, it's like you didn't see them. You didn't see them all go by. That type of thing. So maybe EV Mux will work better.
Well, that's why I like it because you can set the duration of the spin, the time. So if you have 100 hashtags in there, you can go for 12 seconds or 14 seconds, and then you can see everybody's name.
All right.
Now, like on my streams, I only have like 10 people, so it's like a 5-second spin.
Oh, that looks sexy. That looks sexy.
Well, thank you. Oh, you meant that. Okay.
No, well, when we first started, I had the just the display up there without the red trim, and then I also put the black logo, Voron logo on it. So that looks a lot better.
Now, I'm assuming that red trim is 3D print.
Yeah.
That color matches the frame.
Sort of. Because that's anodized.
Right.
So.
But on video, it looks identical.
Yeah. That is because that red is the Ambrosia red. God, what's it called? Anyways, I have a box of it, but it's.
Hello, Reverend. How you doing today?
And I got it from West 3D, and supposedly they're red and black of Ambrosia. It's supposed to be the Voron red, which this is supposed to be the Voron red, and the black.
That's cool looking.
I can't wait
There's
to get this.
Any of my maker friends that I know want to pop in and hang out on screen. There's a link. We're live on YouTube and Twitch right now. We got 40 people watching.
And we're nationwide.
31 on YouTube and 9 on Twitch.
Actually, worldwide. Get that straight, Kenny.
Yep, worldwide.
Whatever. Anyways. God, man. Dave, where the hell are you?
Yeah, I know. I'm very quiet right now, too. I don't know what to talk about. I've not been printing at all. I do think about to print one of those funny dolls, what Kenny described. Nemu or Namu or Nubu or something doll it is. What all the rage. Yeah. It's a doll basically like a rabbit and have black eyes and the teeth and showing it's supposed to be an evil dog or evil rabbit or something like that. I don't know.
You said I was talking about it. No, not me.
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, I'm sure you did.
Sergio, I just got it. What's your mailing address?
Just
I'm pretty sure if you did.
First couple initials of your email address.
Hold on, let me look at.
No, Sergio, we mailed stuff before to each other.
Oh.
I already got his email from him. He already knew my email. I just don't have his mailing address.
Oh.
Reverend.
D.E. Hammer, hey bud, what's going on? Haven't seen you chat in a long time.
Paul,
You're
dude.
welcome to pop in on camera and say hi if you want. Tell people who you are and what you're doing.
Come on in.
Have them follow you over on TikTok.
Yeah, Paul's an awesome dude. Where have you been?
And if you're watching on Twitch, here you go.
Oh, it's called La Boo Boo, something like this. I'll put it up on screen in a minute.
Yeah.
All right, I know what I can do. Find my dang Kenobi mount.
Yeah.
Oh man, I feel like
There
we're
you
having
go.
a mild summer for some reason.
Yeah, I'm not complaining. So here you go. Like I said, this is just a prototype. So it's not finger joined in yet. And I'll use two sheets of 1/4 inch. So by the time I'm done, it'll be 1/2 inch thick.
Baltic birch.
Actually not. I'll be using the MDF.
Hmm.
And then what I'll do is I'll seal it. I'll put a resin coat over it, like fiberglass resin. And that'll seal it all up.
Looks nice.
But with the finger joints, it'll tie itself together, make a nice rigid cab and front shell. But yeah,
What size are your two lasers, your CO2s? What kind of bed size you got on?
one is a 2 foot by 3 foot, and that's this old girl here. I've had her for 14 years roughly, and that's 100 watt. And then the Ohm Tech is a 2 foot by 40 inches. So it's a little bit bigger, but that way I can do my triple modules. And that one is actually an 80 watt. So I'm waiting for that tube to burn up so I can get a new one. Go with 100.
Yeah.
It's kind of wild that my old laser cuts better than the new one.
Here you go. That's the doll I meant.
Oh, it is a doll. So Kenny was playing with dolls.
No.
No,
You talked about, I think, this 2-3 weeks ago. Hold on, so my dog is.
what the hell are you? I wasn't talking about dolls 2 weeks ago. I don't think so, man.
Oh, what is that? Paul, you're working on your tan. You dog, you. Well, hopefully you have a good weekend, sir.
Let's see what I call this. Konami. Boron mount.
Yep, I got it, Sergio.
No, I
Thank
thought
you.
about to print that.
Booty build? Who the hell is that? Why am I getting YouTube? Oh man, now Google's got
I don't know why. Something just reminded me of you guys like Spaceballs.
Yeah.
Personally, I love Spaceballs. Where is
what's
it
not to love?
I
You
know,
know,
and Darth
you,
Helmet is sitting in there playing with the Star Wars dolls. There's the
you
figures.
got Rick Moranis. You got John Candy. You know, here's some trivia for you. Do you remember John Candy back a long time ago and doing the Peter Pan? When he did that. God, what was it? The crossdresser thing. Anyways, and he goes, "I'm flying."
Lily.
Yeah, back when he did Second City TV.
I can barely picture something, but I'm not 100% sure on it.
But anyways, probably can Google John Candy Peter Pan, and you would probably find it. But he was the skit where he was a cross dresser, with big old, Mohammeds and everything, and it was John Candy. He played it well.
I think you're allowed to say tatas on YouTube. John, let's say.
But it might sound like anyways.
See, John Candy. I miss John Candy. Let's see. In Spaceball 2, they're using. It's not going to be Barf. It's going to be. What is his
Prince
new name?
Valium?
Oh, Prince Valium. No, John Candy played Barf, but now that he's not going to be in it, it's going to be a relative of his. And I forgot his name, like Puke or something. I think his name's going to be.
Huh.
John Candy, Peter Pan.
Well, we still got Mel. Mel's still alive.
Yeah.
Do you believe that?
AI nowadays, anybody can still be alive. You don't even know it.
Speaking of, today is, and I think it was for like 4 or 5 hours in Long Beach, was the Roar of the Lions. In other words, like tribute to Lions drag strip. And guess who was, I don't know who's into racing, but if you ever heard of Iskandarian cams or Iski cams, the guy that ran it, 104, and he was gonna be there.
Oh,
So it's
wow.
all the people. Yeah. Matter of fact, the old Munsters thing when Munsters raced at that drag strip, that was Lions. It was a famous drag strip.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I mean it's long gone, but
I like
Yeah,
Grandpa's
that
dragster.
yeah, that was today though, and they got a bunch of old dragsters they were gonna fire up, but it was only for like 5 hours, so I couldn't tell my wife, hey, let's go to Long Beach. It's only 300 miles away. Anyways.
Oh, California.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was today. It was an event. It's called Roar of the Lions, and it was a 5-hour event. Something I seen on Facebook. But again, the owner and creator of Iskandarian Cams, which is a very famous cam manufacturer for racing, for high performance. I mean, they're like up there with hooker headers and all that stuff.
That's really cool to see.
Yeah. I mean, old school stuff,
See, I left California in '92.
I left in 86.
86.
And I've never
Well,
lived there.
When I went to
Never
Fort
been?
Knox,
I've been,
That's-
never lived there.
that's when I went to Fort Knox, Kentucky. Woohoo!
I've been to Disneyland 3 times, San Diego. I drove down there once with my wife. We went to the zoo and to see the USS Midway. It was either Midway or SeaWorld, and I chose Midway, so we toured the Midway instead of going to SeaWorld.
Oh, cool.
Disneyland 3 times in my life. Malibu, I've been there once. Years ago, I went down to pick up a guy in my 20s, middle of the night, and 4-wheel drive. I had picked up his band equipment, brought it back to Vegas. Yeah, I think that's it. And I've been to Anaheim once years ago. I drove a delivery truck down there and dropped it off.
Well, if you went to, no, that's Buena Park. I was going to say, if you're in Disneyland, you're in Anaheim.
Yeah.
Right. And I will not go to Knott's Berry Farm anymore after they sold out.
See, like
never
I've
been
been
there.
for years.
What?
Jerry's never been. It's been years. It was, like I said, the last time I was probably in '91. That was
I don't really care for roller coasters and stuff like that.
I hear they're shutting down out at Prim. They're shutting down Buffalo Bills.
I think they already did. Yeah.
Yeah. Which is a crime. I saw Alan Jackson there with Joe Nichols opening.
Mm-hmm.
Now in 90.
Take care, Martin. Have a great day.
Have a great day.
In '96, I was the Grand Marshal of the Disney World Parade.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Oh, it was.
Dude, in the 80s, before I went in the service,
You have to dress up and walk around with a baton or something and
Oh,
march with
no. I actually rode in one of their buggies in front of the parade.
Mhm.
Waved, did the I still got my Mickey ears somewhere. They say Grand Marshal on it.
Yeah.
But anyways, back in the 80s, when I lived in Orange County, I did carpet cleaning, and one of our accounts was Disney Hotels. You know, the main hotel at Disneyland.
It's a good account.
I had to go there every week for a flood. Every week there was a flood at that hotel because the engineers didn't want to handle it. So we did it.
Waterline?
Water line, overflowed toilet,
Oh.
kids messing with the sink, could be anything.
Job security.
Yeah, it was all right. I much prefer doing clean carpet because you clean carpet, you're in and out. Boom. Floods are a pain in the ass.
You know, it's wild. You look back in those days when we did stuff like that. We never imagined seeing what we have today with our 3D printers and lasers. This is a kick in the pants. I mean, we've seen CNC at the time.
Oh, and then David Cherry at Midway, he brought some fans, you know, to keep cool.
Mhm.
One of them was a carpet fan, you know, for drying out carpet, you know, wind blowers. You
That
know,
moves some air.
huh?
That
Yeah,
moves
it blew
some air.
some air. Yeah, it did.
For almost 20 years in construction, I didn't have a chance to pay attention to any hobbies because working long hours, get home, go to bed, get up, go to work. You know, the weekends you're trying to recuperate and try to get a few things around the house done. So for a very long time, I didn't realize there's a lot of things that are out there.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand that. And now we have time. It's like too old to go.
Yeah. And I'm at the point now I'm getting burnt out on a lot of stuff that I do. I don't want a bunch of 3D printers. I want a couple that work really good, or maybe upgrade to this or to that, but I don't want a lot of this and a lot of that no more.
Yeah.
I just want what I can use, and that's it.
Well, the cool thing is, not you put yourself in such a cool situation to where you get the opportunity of trying new printers every now and then, and then from there you can pick and choose versus taking, like myself. I've found several printers that I like and I'm keeping. I've gone through, shoot, I don't know how many printers, honestly, and I'm happy with what I have today. It's not all the same. They're different, but they all work great.
Yeah. They all print the Benchy the same. They all look the same. So, just little things here and there.
Yeah, I mean, especially after getting like the Elegoo, the Centurion Carbon, that thing's a little beast. It's almost flawless. My kids can run it. I don't have to stress.
Yeah.
My son, I got him the new Flash Forge 5M, and I've been waiting for him to clog a nozzle. Not yet. And he's been changing colors and he's only 10, and he's been doing it with no issues. So we've come a long ways.
Yeah, kids nowadays, man, they just don't understand, how all this stuff got developed. They just know it's there.
I don't understand this comment. Jerry is a dog. Okay, I don't understand.
Huh?
No, I just didn't understand the comment.
No, is the dog okay? Usually your pup will say hi.
Not barking at me right all the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she's sleeping in the kitchen. She's leaving me alone.
Usually she comes out and says hi to everybody.
When I'm at my stand-up desk where I'm at now, she rarely barks at me. It's not as much. When I'm sitting down, she's constantly looking over my shoulder wanting another little square thing. I can't even say the word.
Cracker?
I know how we can drum up some excitement around here. Alexa, order 12 dozen eggs. No?
No,
Alexa, order 10 million rounds of crackers for Jerry's dog.
She's ignoring you.
And
hey,
mine said, I don't know how to help you with that.
Hey, Alexa, play Baby Shark.
She heard that. The one in the living room heard it.
Oh.
But the one in the living room is hooked up to a sound bar, and so it can't talk with the sound bar off.
Oh,
But after the stream, watch me go in there and turn the TV on. They'll be playing it or something. 'Cause usually with the TV, I have a remote Alexa to turn on the TV in the living room, and it'll pull up YouTube and it'll say Baby Shark or something on it later, I bet.
That's your favorite song, right? Do, 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 do.
I like all kinds of music. I like hard.
Oh.
man, you stuck your foot in your
Gee.
mouth on that one, Matt.
Oh.
I don't like
Oh,
the
Lord.
village. I don't like the village people, but I like all kinds of music.
No, I was exposed to that through my wife. What was I forgot the name now because I've not been seeing them for a while. Mother nephews.
What's that song the guy did? One hit wonder
Oh.
from Korea. Gundam something. Gundam song. Gundam something.
Gundam style.
Mm,
Yeah, that's hilarious. Yeah.
one hit
Yeah,
wonder.
and I still remember the picture where he's at Dodger Stadium, tongueless sort of looking at him, sitting in a chair, wondering what the.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have. This dude was in a room. The first, a bunch of gamers, 2,000 drunk gamers. Oh no, thank you. Playing Baby Shark.
Evil laugh I have. Sure, maybe.
Hey, Sergio, you still in chat? Tell him about my air conditioner.
Oh, clown hammers. Yeah, his went off.
Well, I can send him a picture, no big deal.
He did win and dip low.
Meaning he won and dipped out. That's probably what he meant. But yeah, he's probably might still be here. It's fine. A lot of people just show up to win Filament. I totally understand. Nothing wrong with that. I
Or is
appreciate.
it Ziggy?
I
or
appreciate it
computer?
as long as they do. You know, we've only got 4 people on screen right now. We're not really talking much about 3D printing, and we have 40 people watching. So
Yeah, I just also a little while ago I shared our stream, so hopefully more people gonna come in.
appreciate it.
Everybody like and describe. Like. Oh god, I have
Thumbs up.
now. I have to
Like
drink
it,
something.
I can describe. Okay.
Captain Kern says, "Thank God I renamed my Alexa. Your only choice, I think, is computer, right?"
Or
Dot.
Ziggy.
You can also name it wait, no, not dot. Yeah, there was like 3 different things you can name it if you go into your settings.
Yeah, he's here. Echo. I don't know where his echo's coming from.
No,
Yeah,
that's
no.
the name of the Alexa. Or was it from Amazon?
Sergio, I have a Goodman air conditioner on my house from 1997. It's a 3.5 ton. I used to do all the work on it myself. No, I'm not an electrician, but I'm a DIY person. I fix everything myself. And the only thing that would ever go wrong on it occasionally is a capacitor. You know, a little silver capacitor, $20, right inside the panel would go bad on it, get really greasy. The compressor wouldn't want to fire. So back 20 something years ago, I put a hard start relay on the compressor. That was always fine. And then the only thing that it would ever go bad on occasionally would be the regular standard capacitor that's up there. You open it, you got your control board, you got a capacitor dangling. Well, I had American Home Shield for a couple of years, paying them money every month, thinking that if my air conditioner ever goes bad, maybe they'll just replace the whole thing. I eventually got tired of paying them $35 to $39 a month, so I dropped them. Here a few days ago, my AC was starting to act up, so I replaced the batteries and the thermostat, reprogrammed it, re-snapped it on the wall. One day that was fine. The next day it was getting kind of warm, so I got up on the roof, took off the panel. Well, I went down to the appliance parts center to buy another one, and of course, telling them what it was, when it was made, wasn't good enough. They wanted to know an exact part number or see a picture of it. So I got off the ladder, went up on the roof, took off the panel. American Home Shield, because I had them for a couple of years, they put 3 capacitors in there where there used to be 1. They're in a little box, looks like a fireworks box, where the top is just broke open, so I can't actually see the capacitor unless I pull the emergency disconnect on it and strip them out of their boxes. But now they got 3 capacitors wired up going different places. I'm kind of lost at the moment since I'm not an AC guy. I can't just replace the one right in front of me that I know that probably is going bad because they get greasy and then they go bad every 4 or 5 years. So anyway, that's all I wanted to mention. So that if and when it ever quits working, whenever that happens, if it happens before I replace the unit next year, I'll have to call another AC guy, pay his $100, $125 service fee plus parts to have him replace either 1 or more capacitors since they went and added 3. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we got Scott with Edge of 3D.
Who that? Who that?
How you doing?
Cheers.
Actually, good timing, Scott, because I've got a bell, but good seeing you.
Oh, yeah, good seeing you.
Yeah. Hey, guys.
Thanks for making me listen to Baby Shark.
You're
I
more than welcome.
trained to not listen to Kenny, but I haven't trained it to not listen to you. So we got to go through the full rendition of Baby Shark.
Excuse me?
Oh, it's all good. All right, guys. You
Take care,
guys
Sean. Have a great day, my friend.
Barry, Matt, yeah, Kenny.
All right, take care. All
So
right.
what's new, Scott? I seen your video you just put out.
The one that just went out a few minutes ago, or
No, the resin printer from last week.
oh yeah, and I just dropped. I was clearing out my camera, so I took all my video from Midwest Rep Rap Festival and just time lapsed it down, put music on it, and yeah, it's just all yeah. Right now, I'm fixing the DeWalt printer, but I can't find one of the parts that I reprinted for it because my desk is such a bastion of organization and cleanliness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my wife's always complaining about how my desk looks, but every couple of weeks I kind of organize it, straighten it up.
Hey, Scott. How you doing?
Hey Matt, how's it going? I'm doing good.
Good.
So, looks like I may be having to move back to the Pacific Northwest. So,
Oh, no. That's not good.
I'm certainly looking forward to that. I can't keep up this commuting every week to Seattle to work. Lose 2 days out of my life every week. It's just I can't do it.
Yeah, that's a lot of time after a while.
Yeah, it's granted I don't fly out till 2:00 in the afternoon on a Sunday, but I've got to leave, between 11 and 11:30 to take my dogs up to my mom's house to drop them off, and then drive back to the airport and get parked and catch the shuttle bus over to the terminal and everything else. And it just, I just too much. And then coming home during the week, I miss an entire day. So I'm waiting to see what happens here over the next few weeks.
Well, I wish you the best of luck. I hope you find a solution.
Well, the solution would be to quit my job.
Yeah, but
That'd
then
be
you don't make
easy.
any Then you don't make any money, unless you have so much money saved up that you can live on that for the rest of your life. I don't know. So
I can live. Let me rephrase that. I could survive on my savings, what I have saved up. I wouldn't be living. It'd just be surviving. So anyway.
no, you don't want to survive. You want to live. That's the best way to have a life. To live to your full extent.
Yep. So Jerry, what'd you figure out on your air conditioner? I heard you saying something, then I clicked to join, and it went silent for a little while. So
Yeah, it's working fine at the moment. No, I went up on the roof, pulled off the panel. I wanted to get the numbers off the one capacitor that's in there right by the control board so I could swap it out or see if it's greasy. They typically get greasy when they go bad. At least that's what I've noticed in the past. And I noticed that American Home Shield, the warranty company I used for a few years, they have 3 capacitors in there, little like firework boxes, where they popped the top and wired them up. I'm like, why in the hell is there 3 when there's only been 1 forever and forever? They've added more to try to jerry rig it to make the air conditioner work, so they wouldn't have to replace more expensive components like a compressor or the whole unit. But I dropped
Yeah.
them about a year ago because I got tired of paying them $35 or $39 a month, whatever it was, for no reason. Because sometimes they'll come out. Well, like with my sister's house, she has a really old house, and every time she'd pay her $100 service fee, one time they came out for a hot water heater. Oh no, we can't replace that. All the piping in the wall is too old, and you got to do this, and you got to do that, and it's going to cost X amount of thousands of dollars. You know what? They're idiots. So I had to replace it. There was nothing wrong with her older piping in the wall, and of course it's old. It's an old house, but anyway, at the moment it's fun.
Is your sister there in Las Vegas? Because if she is, the house can't be that old because there ain't very many old houses in Vegas.
Yeah, hers
Yeah,
is
there
built
is.
back. Hers built back in like '63, I think.
That's not an old house. Where I live at, old houses were built in the 1860s, not
Well, yeah,
1960s.
but still, houses built in the 20s are old.
Yeah, the oldest in
Right.
Vegas is probably in the 20s. Yeah.
Oh, let's see if I can do a heat set this time without piercing my belly button again.
Say what?
Oh, a few weeks ago when I was trying to do heat sets, my deal snapped off, and it jammed the heat set tool right into my belly button. That's David, 3D and P. He got to see it at the event a couple weeks ago. It's not pretty. Oh,
Sounds painful.
it was very painful.
Yeah, Cybertech, I'm going to let it go. Like I said, they added 3. There should only be 1 capacitor in where I'm looking. It ain't the hard start relay. 1 other capacitor, and they've wired 3 and going different places. It's currently working fine, so I'm not going to worry about it. The one that was in there that I wanted to replace, it's only a $20 part, but when like I say, I pulled off the cover, it's like, well, which one was it? So anyway, I'll leave it at the moment. It's working fine. But thank you.
If I lose you guys, it's because we're right in the middle of a really nasty thunderstorm at the moment. I do have backup power, but when the power goes out, it takes 30 seconds for the generator to take over, and so things like internet and stuff like that sometimes don't survive.
Let's see. I think I got a picture on my computer.
Scott, if you had to move, because you haven't had that house that long, have you? Couple years?
No, this is a new house. It's 4 or 5 years old now. 5.
So would you sell or would you rent?
I ain't renting. Hell no. No, ain't nobody. I'm not going to have anybody tearing up my shit.
Well,
Absolutely no way in hell I would rent. I've been through that hell
I know,
before.
it's just, because selling right now is not a good time.
It is where I'm at.
But rates are still rates.
Yeah, but right now, a house goes on the market around here and it's gone the same day. So,
Okay.
same way with up there in Washington where my other house is at. Those stay on the market usually less than 24 hours.
Yeah, because my realtor's on YouTube, and sometimes I watch him because, he does 3D printing, he does lasers too. So we do have, stuff in common. Anyways, and he was on there, and he does these, like when he's driving from client to client, little like news updates about what real estate's doing in Vegas, and supposedly because of certain climates with the P word that we don't want to use, I guess here, Canada is not favor us right now, and Canada, according to him, which is news to me, is our number 1 visitor versus the Chinese to Vegas. So
Yeah.
I never thought about that Canada is #1 for visiting us? I always thought it was the Asians. Anyways, bottom line, real estate is slowing down here.
Real estate's slowing down a little bit everywhere, but right here where I'm at, we're still in a seller's market. Up in Washington State, where my home is at up there, is also still in a seller's market. So, um, not to say that won't change um, anytime
Well,
soon. And
Lake
be
Mead
clo-
keeps going bloop, 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 and they keep building houses. Somebody needs to be shot, fired, done away with, whatever. Just they keep building because the people building want to make the money. They could care less about the lake levels going down, and it's going to be dry one of these days, and they'll just move
that,
where they already live somewhere else.
that's not where all our water's coming from. A lot of our
no,
water
but
is
that
a lot of our
significant portion of the water comes from there.
Well water in
under
Lake Mead,
underground
yeah, that's called well
aqueducts.
water.
It's
And
called well water.
Crump's been sinking for years while their own well water out there. The valley's been dropping.
Well, they fixed my problem.
Fixed your problem?
Well, I thought they were going to be digging up in the street because July 4th I came back from getting a part for my bamboo, and they had my plumbing for the water all underground marking, for utility. So I said, man,
Yeah.
they're going to do some digging when they come back from the holiday. And to kind of find out, they just fixed it at the meter and called it good. So now I still got markings out there that they were going to dig a big ass hole. So it's like, why didn't they wait on the painting of the markings? They were not going to dig. Whatever. But at least if you do go back to Washington, you'll be close to Pikes.
When I lived up there, I used to about every other Saturday would drive down to Pike Place. Wake up about 4:30, 5 o'clock Saturday morning, drive down to Pike Place and get some fresh flowers to put on the tables at the house and stuff like that, and grab some fish and get back home before the traffic got bad. You can't get A lot of people don't realize Pike Place is way more than just a fish market. Their fresh flower market there, which is also inside of Pike Place, is second to none. I mean, you're not going to get fresh flowers like that anywhere else in the United States. So I'd always go there to get fresh flowers,
Thanks, Sergio.
and then would go to whenever I had people in visiting stuff, I'd always take them down to Pike Place and take them to the crab pot and eat an overpriced meal of crab and lobster and all the other shellfish.
And
No.
my sister, when she was in the Navy, she was stationed at Bangor, and she worked at the Naval Hospital up there. And he left one day because he was tired of. Put it this way: there's 10 years between them. He's 10 years older than her. So one day he booked because he was in the Navy during Vietnam, and she was in the Navy during the first Desert Storm. But of course, they were both stateside because he was in Orleans, San Diego, and then she was a nurse up in Washington. So, anyways, what I'm getting at is we crossed the bridge and went down to Seattle, and she goes, "Yeah, there's Space Needle," but we never went up on it. And I saw
I've been up there
Pikes.
one time when my daughter and son-in-law came out to visit one time with my granddaughter. We went down to Pike Place and did all that and took them to the Space Needle and went up to the top of there and did all the touristy things that everybody wants to do when they come visit Seattle. So
I heard the Stratosphere recently on the news. Some of their windows are cracked on the Strat up top.
I seen that.
It's like, dude, don't lean on the window. And what caused them to crack? That place has been there for a long time. Has something shifted? Did something tweak and cause them to pop? I don't know.
I still remember when it was a big candle. That was cool.
Yeah, I had the opportunity when they were building it one time to take a job to be in a man basket, like a window washer on the side of it, shipping concrete on the side of the building. He's like, no, that's okay. I'll stay unemployed longer. I'm not going to go. I don't want to be in that building.
Well, Stupek's dead, isn't he? So he's not there
Yeah, you
burning
don't
the
know.
damn thing down over and over again.
Yeah,
I mean,
I've been.
how many times did Stupek collect insurance money on that thing when it was being built? I know he burned it at least 3 or 4 times.
I can only remember one fire back in the day. A bunch of their forms caught fire, and it was
Yeah, just once. You know,
No, it was more than once. It was more than once.
I do. There was one thing though. I was working for Bacon Towing at the time, and I was working that Saturday, and I got to see from our tow yard. I got to see the crowning of the tower. You know, putting the last piece on.
yeah.
I saw my name pop up. What did it say?
He said, Kenny, what's a laser engraving? I don't understand the comment.
A laser engraving. I mean, it's a machine that laser engraves like pews and coins and all kinds of different things.
Yeah, metal.
Yeah, it's back there.
Well, somebody asked, I see Loopy Lou had to describe what Jerry's show is. This is the Dysfunctional Family Get Together Weekly, kind of like the annual Dysfunctional Family Get Together in Goshen, Indiana. We just do it weekly. And we may drink here like we do in Goshen, Indiana, and
We talk about all this stuff all the time. We talk about 3D printing,
talk about
plastic,
everything except politics.
and food. Yeah, we don't do politics here. So anyway, that creates problems. So everybody has a right to their opinion, and we'll leave it at that. So, oh, I see what he's talking about. Kenny, they're talking about your screen name, Impact 3D and Laser Engraving. You got an extra A in there. You got 2 A's instead of 1. That's why they're
All
asking.
right. Hey, wait. When you get older, see how many times you misspell.
I
That's why
think
when I watch a friend's video, if they have something misspelled in their thumbnail or in their title, I privately message them. I say, hey, you made a boo-boo here, so they can go edit it. I try not to leave a comment in comments about it. I just message them.
All right, no big deal. Yeah, I need to get back into my lasering. I need to start making the lasers pay for themselves. That's what I really need.
Let me know how you figure that out, Kenny, because I'd love to know that secret sauce.
Anyways, so here's my Voron 2 so far. Scott.
Yeah.
I said here's my Voron 2 so far. Your tap. Yeah. I had it taped in place because the video I watched on working with the tap, he loosened up the screw below it so he could, put the belts on and stuff like that. For me, that was a little unstable. So I used electrical tape on mine. But then when I went to get the other side of the belts in after I routed them, I must have moved something just a little bit wrong. And that rail popped up and it came off. So West 3D has an upgraded rail that you can put on these taps.
Right.
So I got that coming Monday.
Well, there's my V0, my DeWalt V0.
Well, those taps are not fun to put on.
No.
To string the belt through there. There's no room for that belt to go through there.
Had to rebuild the tool head here. Getting ready to put that back on, but I don't remember which way the fan turns, so I got it powered up so I can spin the fan and all that happy stuff.
We'll do the next giveaway here in 5 minutes, guys. For a roll of Polymaker filament in 5 minutes. And that'll be worldwide, must be present to win.
let's see. If I turn the hot end on, that'll make the fan spin, right?
Yep.
Got you on big screen, Scott.
Oh, I'm just you can't really see what I'm doing over here because the printer's hidden behind two monitors. So
All right.
I'm just putting some power to the hot end to get the fan to spin on it because I don't remember which direction the fan goes.
By the way, I ordered my Death Racer kit, so that will be coming Monday too. Because
Jose says hi, Scott. Your Death Racer kit comes Monday.
yeah, and then I'm really thinking about being a copycat. I like the way Scott did his wheels, but that looked like a pain in the ass to put on.
It's
Which
not
one are you
copying.
talking about?
Everybody gets ideas from everybody else. That's what we do. So it's not copying.
I know, I understand. It looks hard, but I don't want to put standard tracks on it.
Are you talking about the Death Racer that I have, the Mechanim that drives sideways and stuff?
Yeah, like a forklift.
Yeah, the kit doesn't work for that. You can't build the Mechanim with the kit. The Mechanim, that's a whole entirely different different animal. You got to have four of the geared motors for each of the wheels. You got to have the mixer, the Mechanim mixer from Go Builda. You got to have four electronic speed controls, one for each wheel, and then you got to print all the individual parts.
Yeah.
Wait till you find out. Wait till you find out what people spend on those Mechanim racers. So
yeah, because I did see, because like I finally joined the Facebook group for Death Racers, and I seen that one guy. I forgot who it was, but it's a recent post if anybody goes on there, where he at Midwest he had the camera on his rig, so he's driving around, doing all that. And I did see somebody where they had the same wheels or the same, because I don't know how you say that. What?
Mechanim.
Mechanim. Okay. Yeah, because I remember seeing
Trying to
those
go
a
back
lot.
and find the last invoice for a Mechanim that I built, but I think it was around $600.
Wow. Yeah.
I'm not finding it.
Yeah. Because I remember first seeing that kind of drive system. That's what I'll call it. On Mythbusters, and they had a forklift and they had that thing, and I'm like, whoa, look at that thing. Because back in the day, I have driven forklift, and I said, man, how fun would that be on that thing?
Well, they're fun, and I've got everything here to build another one of them. I just need to do it. The only reason I took mine apart is when I did the Fiberon launch for Polymaker. In typical Nick fashion, I get this stuff a week before it's got to be shipped off to California, and they need this Mechanim racer built. So there was no way for me to get the parts in time from Go Builda, even though they're right down the street from me. So I disassembled my machine to get the parts out of it to build Polymakers, and I just never have rebuilt it. Someday I will.
Yeah, because I don't see that on the new set of rules anywhere. That
What's that?
About the drive system. I guess so. You can
Mechanim?
still use it. Yeah.
Yeah, you can still use it. That's an acceptable drive system by everybody, so that's not an issue. It was some of the other things that and I can understand them wanting to limit some of the things that we were doing because, like like the tool or the weapon on mine. That was cool, but the first time I got close to somebody else's death racer, it just absolutely annihilated it, and it ruined it for him for the weekend. So I didn't even use that death racer anymore. I
Oh,
grabbed a different one, and then on
so
you know,
it destroyed his rig, huh? Instead of just knocking off the head.
it totally the his whole weapon system and everything on his death racer just got annihilated,
Wow.
and I wasn't going to do that to somebody else. So I did try to run it again a little bit, and then I wound up catching it on fire anyway. So I used one of the old school ones, and I spent more time going around stealing people's folding chairs and dragging them off with the death racer than I did actually participating. Because that one it could pick up folding chairs with the scoop on the front of it. So I'd drive up under the back of the folding chair where the bar was down close to the ground. I'd pick it up the scoop, and then I could drag them around the room.
All right.
So I would
Let's do,
steal people's chairs.
let's do the giveaway here in just a minute for, okay, hold on. Let me fix this. Let's see. Don't type anything in chat yet. Let's see how I can edit this. All right, the new word is going to be polymaker. So do hashtag polymaker in chat to enter. And we're going to draw from one roll of polymaker here in just a minute. It'll be worldwide, anywhere polymaker ships to. It's basically a gift card worth $35. No idea. Haven't, not sure. A lot of people that are usually here aren't here. So I don't know. But we'll get everybody in the drawing for about the next minute, and then we'll do a drawing for a giveaway. And then once we draw a winner, you'll have to say something in chat. If I don't already know who you are, I'm going to have you give me the first three letters or numbers of your email, just in chat. First three letters, numbers, symbols. That way, when you do email me, I recognize it. I guess that'd be the fair way to do it, unless I already know who you are and I recognize your email. That way I don't have to ask for an email on a giveaway doc or anything like that no more. So if you're interested in winning a roll, everybody, hashtag Polymaker in chat. And thank you to all my channel members and subscribers. I really appreciate each and every one of you. And those that are subbed to me over on Twitch, we got 5 people watching. Or no, we got 9 people on Twitch watching. I got 5 subs. And if you have an Amazon Prime and you like to use it on me, you can use that for free once a month. Your Amazon Prime on my Twitch account. And the pin post on Twitch and YouTube is for donations to 3DHP, whether it be for products or supplies, whatever. It's a general fund. Okay, Guy the Jedi looks like he's the last person in for hashtag Polymaker in chat. I don't see nobody else in. We'll give it like another 10 seconds. If you haven't entered, please enter hashtag Polymaker in chat for a chance to win a roll of filament. All righty, here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good luck, everybody. Korgecki Designs, congrats. You just won a roll of Polymaker. Are you in chat? Yep, you got to spin it to win it. There he is right there. Korgecki Designs. If your email is part of your name, I'll know who you are. Let me throw my email in chat. Shoot me an email if you can right now, and I'll shoot you back the code and the link to Polymaker. So there's my email in chat. Please shoot me an email. Let me write that down. Yeah, Korgecki Designs. Give me the first 3 letters of your email. Letters, numbers, symbols, whatever it starts with. And just type that, the first 3 of whatever that is in chat. So I know when I see it. Let me get back over here to everybody. Okay. Awesome. Pep Van Lit, thank you very much for the donation on PayPal. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much, my friend. Yeah, what I think I'm going to start doing is 3 weeks out of the month where I'm allowed to give away Ziltech filament, lower 48, and then Polymaker is every month, every week. That's 4 weeks or 5 weeks out of the month, depending on the month. I'm going to start having one winner per week rather than what happened last week or the week before. I forget which it was, where the same person won Ziltech and Polymaker. I think it's more fair to everybody watching if it's one winner, per week. So. That way, if you
I
won,
thought you'd eliminated that problem with the same person winning multiple winnings when you stopped letting Matt German enter the giveaways.
yeah,
I gotten better with winning giveaways, so not playing them.
Easy Van, thank you very much. I thank you.
Cause I'm bad, bad, bad. I'm nationwide. Okay, how am I gonna do this?
Correctly Designs, I have your email. Thank you. Here, let me shoot you back the link in the code. Just let me know when you get it.
God, you think it's overkill to CPAP a Voron?
I don't print fast, so I'm not the person to ask on that because I'm not wasting my time with that crap. If I need to print faster, I just get more printers. So I've not messed with CPAP. I have no desire to mess with it.
I thought that was for sleep apnea only. They have it for printers now, huh?
Yep.
It's just basically the same hose and everything else. I've been on one since for 20, God,
Because
25
everybody's
years.
trying to go faster and faster and outspeed everybody else. And I've never really given a rat's about how fast it goes.
Yeah.
I
Does
prefer,
it come out nice? Does it, so many other things.
I've had people ask me since 2017, how long did it take? I'm retired. It doesn't matter how long it took. It took as long as it took. Well, I'm worried about quality, not speed.
some
Exactly.
people don't like that answer though, Jerry.
I don't care. It is
Quality
what.
is always better than quantity.
Yep.
Hmm. Hmm.
I could say something about that, but we Germans are known for quality.
Yep. Germany and Japan are known for quality.
Well, all
Taiwan.
other countries now, like UK in certain areas.
I think China's catching up a little bit.
Yeah, but
And
they're way
I
behind.
did say a little bit. I didn't say a lot.
They're trying.
So
China,
what do you guys in chat? What do you think of the new giveaway tool? You think that'll be all right, huh? Versus the wheel and what we were doing before with filling out the Google Doc and all that crap. So I think it's be a lot simpler, be a lot
Yeah,
safer
this
for
is it.
people that are concerned about their emails and stuff.
Yeah, this is easier. Long as you're not, either on a commercial or like me, I just have to wait for a second.
Oh yeah.
But then I'm on video, so I'm not here.
Well, I don't want to have set times. I just randomly do them when I do them. That way,
I know,
people tend to watch more.
I know. But what I'm getting at, if they're in a commercial, uh, we need to probably set that. I mean, what's the typical? Because I don't do commercials. I'll just say it straight up. Yes, I use ad blockers. Um, so because I look at it this way, if I want to buy something, I'll go buy it. Um, but I do realize a lot of things survive off advertising dollars, and I get that too. Um, where was I going with that?
Yeah, that way everybody express it. Like, say, if you hear it say something in chat,
Right.
obviously,
Yeah,
if
that
you just
right.
type it in, then you're in chat. And
Yeah, right.
if you don't respond again, then it's because you might have had a commercial or the UPS rang is out front or something, or Amazon, excuse me.
But we seem to give them enough time.
So anyway,
Yeah. Anyways, right, man. I'm kind of trying to figure out if I'm gonna have to print out a new face or not to make this Kenobi work, or just forget about putting the Kenobi in there. Since I
so
already
what's
have
going to probably go ahead.
a screen right there on the bottom, and it's kind of overkill to put a Konami in when you got a screen right there on the bottom.
You don't pronounce the K in Nomi.
Nomi, just a Nomi.
I'm still waiting for my teeth, so I can't say a lot of words. I got my
Hello,
spikes.
mine.
I got my spikes yesterday.
oh, don't
My
joke.
my my top ones. See?
Okay.
Well, you got a weak stomach. Just all they are is little spikes where my thing will plug into.
Was that painful or you didn't feel it?
What's painful is the shot.
Yeah. Okay.
But shots are always painful.
That's always the worst thing is is getting numbed up. That's the most.
Your toes curl, you make a fist, and you go.
Oh, it's pouring rain, and Amazon threw a package on the porch. Isn't that lovely?
Uh oh.
Move.
I was told by a dentist a long time ago that on the bottom of my mouth, inside my gum, there's two big bones, and they said that if you ever had
Didn't even make an attempt to get it up underneath the deal. Just toss it on the porch in the pouring rain.
no,
And don't no knock on the door, no doorbell. Of course, if I'd have had my phone close by, I'd have heard the cameras go off. Frickin' people, I swear. It's got to be one of their damn flex drivers that did that.
What, subcontractor?
Yeah.
yeah, most of them are subs.
I do see the truck. I do see the van most of the time here.
Well, I
Those
know
are subs as well.
the vans
Huh?
are subs. The vans are
The
subs.
vans are subs.
Yeah, they contract out most of their deliveries.
Well, that's right, because I remember that one where they went through a carport. This was
Yeah,
a
and off
couple
the
years ago.
backside, all the hell, they
Yeah,
try to come back
yeah.
through. Yeah. And then Amazon didn't want to pay for it, even though it was their Amazon delivery that did it.
Uh-huh.
It's not my fault that they're using a sub. You tear up my property, Amazon's guilty. That's who I ordered from. That's who had it delivered. Who they choose to deliver it is not my problem. They owe me money. But yeah, I remember seeing that.
And that's the way I feel.
Anyway, if and when I ever get dentures on the bottom, they said I'd have to go to what's it called, an orthodontist or something. And they got to cut your
Right.
gums. They got to grind a bunch of bone out of the way on both sides because the teeth they said won't fit in on the bottom because of the bones in my mouth stick out too far. I don't know.
Like fun.
Well, I don't know.
Sounds like
I've never went and had it done because that's the number one place I've always hated my entire life was a dentist. That's why whenever something hurt my entire life, I just had them pull it. I used to get fillings back in the day, and then finally I just started having them pull it. And now I don't have very many teeth at the moment. I can still eat corn, but I do it backwards for most people.
I'm debating whether I'm gonna. I might just glue this son of a bitch in place.
Wow, an empty box of filament. Yeah, I remember a company who I don't remember who it was. One of the companies we deal with, they sent me a bunch of their Amazon return filament a couple of years ago. They said, "Hey, do you want?" I'm like, "Sure, I'll use it in a video or I'll print something with it." So they sent me a bunch of their Amazon return stuff, and a couple of spools came out. Actually, had nothing on it, or maybe a foot of filament. I'm like, "Why would Amazon even return this? It's either an empty spool or a foot of filament. That should have went straight to the garbage can." Unless Amazon people aren't allowed to throw it away. Had it up okay. The HTPLA is holding up fine outside. I haven't done a follow-up video. I'm trying to get through more of the heat. When I did the video, I said in a week I'd do a follow-up. But yeah, it seems to be fine. I've had no discoloration. I've got two of the birdhouses. The sun in the evening can beam down around that beam and they can hit the back of it. It hasn't turned black on me, turned brown. Nothing is sagged. So far, so good. I'll do an updated video, but I think I'll wait till the end of summer. That way they've been out in the heat for a couple months solid.
I don't know who that is sneezing, but bless you.
That was my wife sneezing.
Okay.
Gesundheit, babe.
Salute. What to do, what to do.
Yeah. Everything falls down with gravity over time.
What did you print? What did you print out of HTPLA clown hammer that's sagging? Because so far my birdhouses are fine.
Well, dag nabbit.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Yeah, my ex-wife used to work in the return department for Amazon. My son used to I think originally he was a picker for them, and then he got into their IT work, and now he's at a major hotel doing IT for many years now. But he was at Amazon at one point in time. I got to go tour their factory, their warehouse one time when he worked there. They had like an open house thing for family.
Yeah, I wouldn't be a seller in Amazon.
Wow, I got the DeWalt machine going.
Yeah, the HTPLA machine is printing again. So I've had one failure on it so far, and it was an internal failure inside on the extruder. And I just now put it back together from that. But
Yeah, he was talking about his body,
Okay.
Jerry. That's why I said everything is going downhill over time, you know?
Oh yeah.
and it's also serial numbered now too, by the way.
Oh.
I got to go find the email, but yeah, I got the got it serialized last week. Do, do, do. 4137. It's V0.4137. So I have 1976 sitting over behind me, and 4137 is a new one. So
Does everybody that built a Voron any
Hey,
of us do
there's your
that?
printer. What's going on?
God,
what's that, Kenny?
Anybody that built a man, I can't talk. Any of us
None of
that
us
built a
can talk today.
So, do we all get a serial number if we ask for it? If we build a
You have to
Voron?
shoot a video of the printer printing, and you've got to show that the wiring is all complete on it, and there's, all the safety measures are in place and stuff like that, and you upload it to Reddit, and you got to have a picture hand drawn in there of your username and your Discord username and all that stuff, and you just submit the video to Reddit the way they give you the instructions, and then it kicks you. Immediately, you'll get a deal back, telling you to make sure all of your stuff matches the rules, and then whenever they get around to reviewing it, they'll reply back and give you a serial number. So
Wow.
Just
I've
like
only serialized my two V0s. If I'd serialized every Voron that I've built, kind of like my zero Gs, I've only serialized two of them, but I've built like 8 of them. I've serialized two Vorons, and I've built, 9 of them now? If I serialized every one of them, my username on Discord would be 2 pages long.
Hmm.
I don't even know why I serialized this one, because I was taking a video of it on its first print anyway, so I just threw the handwritten deal in there and shot the video of that and uploaded it to Reddit and got a serial number back the next day on it. So
Yeah, because for security, all you really got to do is add something on it, like part of your social security or whatever.
I don't care about security. Shit, if people want to know who you are, they're going to find it out. Just like people worrying about their email address getting out there. That's
Cindy
publicly
Poole. Hey,
available.
long time no hear from. Unless that's Steven using his wife's account. But hello, Cindy.
I don't know about them zeros. It just seems because I remember the guy that got me started in 3D printing, who's over on the other side of the valley. He's out like a Jones. Anyways, and he had a small one in his living room off to the side because his living room was more like a den. And he had a small one. I'm like, if I'm gonna print, I don't know if I want a small one. But I guess
You know what? 99% of the stuff I print will fit on a V0. So
really,
yeah.
All the
And in
work and
fact,
trouble.
you can print an entire Voron on a V0. Well, you can print an entire V0 on a V0, but
How much of a price difference is building that over something 300 by 300? Much of a price.
This is a $500 printer. That one over there. That one over there is a $2,000 printer.
Oh, well, that's a lot of big chunk of change. So I see.
But that's a 350 by 350 over there. So
That's a drop-up guide if you want to use it on Twitch. Exclamation drop with an emoji or not. Let me drop one here.
Didn't see you.
well, and it has already stopped printing. So I think that part broke again.
There's a picture of my face when I used to have a beard. Short beard, anyway.
Oh no, the filament broke off inside the tube. Lovely. Okay. Well, I'm going to stop it and restart it because the filament broke all the way down at the bottom.
Yeah, my sister jumped all over me about a week ago about all this stuff here. About all this stuff I have. I haven't sold it. It's just sitting, collecting, and how my house is being overrun by plastic and 3D prints. So I need to find a way to get more of it listed online on Etsy or box it up or throw it out or something. I don't know. I just got way too much stuff. Way too much stuff. If I only had under 10 3D prints, I think that would be ideal. If I had like 10 of my favorite prints, and then that was all that I had, I think that'd be perfect. But it's kind of hard to say.
Well, Jerry, you do resin stuff. I need a model that I can print on the new 14K printer and also print on the old 4K printer where I can use the microscope and show the difference in detail. But I'm not a resin guy for those high detail model parts, so I don't. But you're into that kind of stuff. I just need some kind of a model action figure, D&D, something, just something where I can show where the 14K will show that it's the finer detail over the 4K.
Okay. I'll figure out something to help you out.
You and Kenny both eating.
I'm not eating. I chew on a toothpick. I don't vape no more or smoke. So I got a toothpick in my mouth.
Okay. Kenny's
Kenny,
eating.
He's chewing on it. He's chewing on his tongue, I think. Oh no, he's eating a burrito. Okay.
He's eating something.
Okay.
I'm having a late lunch because my wife went to the grocery store.
Well, you know how to cook?
Yeah.
Well, you always can surprise your wife with when she comes home that you cooked her a meal while she was shopping.
Just when we remodeled the kitchen or had it done, she put a plaque up that says Janice's Kitchen.
Oh. You don't have to take it word for word.
I cook when I want to. I'm maintenance and the bill payer, put it that way. I'm the money.
Mm.
Something needs fixing, it's me. Something needs paying, it's me. And plus, she just does it.
Are you familiar with Wicked on Facebook? The group Wicked 3D?
Me? No.
You don't do Facebook?
I do Facebook, but I'm not familiar with anything. I use Facebook for keeping up with my kids and my grandkids.
Okay. I'll send you a link after the stream today to Wicked 3D and to Sanix 3D. And if you see anything you like there you might want to test, I'll get it for you for free from them. And then I'll just tell them that in your video you'll just plug them.
That's fine.
And then you can pick something you want and I'll get it for you. Don't worry about it.
Mm.
Yeah, those are probably the big two, right?
What's that?
Those are probably the big two for resin. I probably need
Well,
to do another.
there's a million
Huh?
people out there, but and I used to have my minis that I printed a long time ago. I forget what Patreon that was that I was on, but I think I contacted them and said I wanted to do a couple videos for you on your minis, and they gave me whatever I wanted for free for like a month or something.
Yeah, I only got 2 patrons right now, and I'm thinking about getting rid of one of them. By the way, I lost track. Is today laser day? Jerry,
What?
I lost track. Is today laser day?
Laser Day? I don't know.
Yeah.
Laser realm?
I haven't watched them. Oh yeah, wait a minute. Let me think. Um, were they on last week? I don't remember. I don't remember if they're on tonight or not.
Find out from the YouTube.
Yeah, Patrick, LA Hobby Guy, and Jeremy. I don't remember if they're on tonight or if they were on last week. I think they were on last week, but I can't remember.
I don't see
Rich,
nothing.
Rich
I,
popped
I'm,
in here last week after our 3 hour mark. Remember, Rich popped in for a while.
yeah,
Here's a highly detailed model of Ben Grimm. Let me show you guys. See which camera. I think it's that camera. I think this was from Wicked a long time ago. This is all done in resin. The Thing, Fantastic Four, Ben Grimm. This is different than the movie they have out right now. I believe this is different anyway. I don't, designers seem to come out with stuff like a year before the movie ever pops up at the cinemas or anything. So I don't remember this Ben Grimm, which one he's from. But he's the Thing, Ben Grimm. And this was all done in resin. It's not glued to the base. And I think this was from Wicked. He's been hollowed. I think he was like 1.5 thick or 2 millimeters thick. I don't remember. And he's been hollowed. And the same with the base. Yeah, I've done probably 200 or 300 resin prints. I've done more resin printing, I think, than FDM. And I currently only have one resin printer, the Uniformation GK2. I did have a larger printer that was a Pia Poly Forge that I sold because I thought the GK3 I was going to be getting it to review, but that never happened. They never sent me one. So I just have the one mid-sized resin printer currently. And I've had others in the past that were smaller, but I prefer a mid-sized resin printer. I don't like nothing real tiny. And Scott just done a really good video of the Anycubics. What was that, the M7 Pro?
Yeah, it's the Anycubic M7 Pro, I believe. Yeah, Photon Mono M7 Pro. Yeah.
Yeah. The Anycubic Photon Mono X is the one I used to have before I had the Uniformation. And eventually the control board went out and something happened to it. And they sent me another board and I never did get it working, so I eventually threw it in the garbage. But I still have my watch from them.
Anycubic Photon Mono 4K or something like that was my original one, but it's got a build plate that's basically the size of a cell phone.
Yeah.
And I was actually looking at buying one, and then Anycubic reached out to me and asked me if I would review this printer, and it's got a big enough build plate that I can do dragster tires. I'm like, hell yeah. But I really, before I start using it for that, I want to show, I want to print a couple, I want to print something side by side between the old Mono 4 and this new 7, which is a 14K, and be able to show, what the difference is, if it's visible. So, I mean, I'm sure it's going to be. It's just a matter of finding something with a fine enough detail on it.
And I use a silicone sponge whenever I clean out my vat. if I ever have to take the vat out, you can either do a screen cure, which is usually best if it's been curing all night long. You might have failed parts or supports missing, and you can't see what's in the resin. If you take a spatula or something and wipe through the resin, you can't always see the debris that's in it. But if you cure the screen 1 or 2 times, and you can grab that little piece and pull it straight up, and you've cured the whole bottom. So if any debris was in there stuck to it, you just cured it, you pull it out in one piece. But it's better safe than sorry. Quite often, I'll strain out my resin. I'll get a paper filter, get a funnel. You buy them at the dollar store, they're different sizes, like $1. If you don't print one out, stick it back in the bottle with the paper filter, filter out all your resin, wipe it out completely. Then I use spray away glass cleaner with the blue shop towels. The soft ones like paper towels, but they're blue. They're much softer than paper towels. Paper towels are too rough, and I think they'll scratch the FEP or the NFEP, whichever that you have. And I always use spray foam. It's glass cleaner. It's got a blue cap on it. It's called glass away or something like that. Let me see it. Where it's at, and I'll show you.
Right here, Jerry.
Well, yeah, that stuff. That's what I use to eat up my resin. Whenever I have any kind of resin mats, or I clean out the back
Now,
really
this
good.
is a fine mist. This isn't the foaming. They make 2 different kinds. This is a real fine mist, and they make one that's a foaming, but it's all by sprayway.
Yeah, the foaming one is one that I use.
Is it me or does that stuff smell like you're in a barber shop?
I don't know.
I've never been to a barber shop, so I have no idea.
Like my dad took me once when I was a little kid to get my head buzzed. Yeah, spray away. I use it to clean my mirrors in the house. I use it for resin, all my resin jobs. But I only use blue shop towels on the FEP when I wipe the FEP up. And then quite often, I was buying for a long time, I still have some. That stuff you put on your window so rain don't stick to it. Rain-X is the little bottles. I'll put a few drops of Rain-X on the FEP and I wipe it out. It just helps to alleviate a lot of the popping in between layers.
Man, it's quiet today.
Let me go find some links here real quick.
I found Wicked, Jerry.
Okay. Well, they have a couple. They're on Facebook, but they got a couple regular sites that are below my videos.
What's that?
If you look at any of my videos on YouTube where I've done Wicked models, there's quite a few. In the description, I'll have links to where they have their Patreon and their regular Gumroad, I think it is, store. Go through there and find anything you like, and I'll get a hold of Wicked and they'll send it to me.
Yeah, I found their Patreon. I was looking through it. And
Or go to sanix3d.com also. And anything you might want from Sanix, if you want to do for your video, just plug the author of it, and I can get it for you.
problem is, I don't do any of these resin figurine models, so I don't know which ones are going to have the detail that I need to show off the capability of the printer.
We should have pictures. They're actual pictures. You can see the detail on the models. Just like Sanix's website, if you click on any of his models, there should be, most of them, there's actual pictures.
And what they give you for the slicer?
Well, they've got their own slicer, but I always preferred Cheetah Box.
Yeah, for right now, while I'm reviewing the machine and stuff, I'm going to use their slicer. That's what they, just like when I do filament testing, I use the manufacturer's recommended settings for the first time around testing stuff. So,
Well, dang nabbit. That's not going to look good either. I think I'm going to have to print a new face for my tool head. Because what I want to put in the top part ain't going to fit with this one. I want to put my parts fan and the Nomi There we go. Did I say it right that time? Yeah, because if I just cram the fan in there, there's no room. That sucks. And then on the front, the fan looks uneven. Weird. Wait a minute. I think I got it. Or is it upside down? We need some cricket sound effects.
Yeah, I used to have it. I was busy looking for a website for Scott, but I'm back here now.
I'm hungry. I don't know why. Since I'm back yesterday, I'm so hungry.
Can't get enough.
Well, at least you're where you can go get some Greg's. Unlike me, I have to make it because we don't have it here.
Yeah, I'm not too big of a fan for Craig's.
I knew there was something wrong with you. I just had never put my finger on it.
Ah, I mean, some of the pastries are okay, but you know, it kind of gets boring after a while.
It kind of gets boring, yes, but you know what? Their damn chicken bakes are good, man.
Yeah, they're okay. I prefer the steak slices, the steak and
I,
onion.
I like their chicken bakes, but now that you brought up food, I'm going to bounce out of here and go start cooking some dinner. So
I
we'll see
scared
if
All right,
you
this
off.
boiler prints all the way to the end. I can see it needs some serious tuning for ABS, though.
Trevor sent me another video of Navarre 3D. Have you seen it yet, Scott?
I think
Hey,
you,
Jerry and everyone. Hopefully I can.
yeah, you've got it running right now, don't you?
Yeah, I'm gonna. It's only 2 minutes long. If you want to wait or you want to bounce first.
Yeah, I'll wait. Go ahead.
All right. All right.
Hey, Jerry and everyone. Hopefully I can join the chat this weekend. But sometimes it gets nice and busy right at the wrong time. It's never the wrong time to be busy, but you know what I mean. Anyway, I'm going to show you what we're doing in a second. Somebody just came in. All right, I'm back. So this week, we're working on a trophy. It's going to be a, obviously, caliper and rotor. Some company that produces them is giving away awards. So it's going to be full size, like 11.5 inch for the diameter of the rotor. And it's going to stand on a platform for them. Local restaurants having us do a big Buffalo Bills wall. I don't know what you call it. I mean, something to go on the wall. It's going to be about 6 feet wide, so that should be good. Finishing up a award for the base on this guy. Been working on this one for a little bit. It's finally going to be ready to go. Printing this base right now. What else? Been busy. We're moving out of the mall, so
I wanted
that
to see the
changes
tilt
everything.
rotor.
She's on summer break, of course. Oh, the base came by and bought a bunch of filament, some printers. Use or lose money. Worked on a bunch of bamboos again this week. A lot of them got picked up, so we won't have too many left, which is good. We got some jobs here. We're gonna have to reverse engineer a headlight assembly. I may have to print a bunch of these little pickle guys. I think they're gonna give them away or something. Other than that, that's it. Hopefully we'll be able to jump on the chat. Oh, we're printing another one of these for the base. It's obviously much larger in there. And then we're going to be doing some new stuff for the Tough Mudder guys here real soon. So they have a new design. But other than that, we're emptying out the store. It's sad I don't have room. So kid's losing her little spare room, and all my fibers are just sitting in here right now in the dark. We'll get that up and running again soon. But hopefully I'll jump in on chat here later, man. I always try. It just Gets busy at inconvenient times. Anyway, talk to you later.
All right.
Core fiber's just sitting there.
That's pretty cool. I wanted him to show more of that tilt rotor model that he had laying there printed out. Oh, he had a V22 sitting there on the desk, but
I can message him and he can film it and shoot it to me if you want to wait.
it's not a big deal. I got to go get some dinner cooked. We're right between rain showers, and looking at the radar, we got a hell of a lot more coming at us. So
All right.
I want to get outside and get my grilling done. Not that it matters because my grill's under the deal, but I got to go through the rain to get to the grill. So
Yeah, I'll send you a couple of Wicked links right after the show. We get done here in about 20
All right.
minutes. Then you can look around. Let me know if there's something you want, and I'll contact them and get it from them.
okay, yeah, just like I said, I need something with a high detail that I can show the difference between the two printers where I print side by side, and obviously there's a big difference. One's got a hell of a lot bigger build plate and automatic resin filling and heated resin vat and the whole 9 yards. But I want to show the difference between 4K and 14K too. So
okay.
Anyway, try to catch you guys next week, and as always, peace out.
Peace out.
Have a good one.
Peace.
See ya.
See ya.
I'm just looking on printables to see what's new and what's there to print. But I have no idea of what to make right now.
And that is a lot of wires.
Well, then don't print anything. If you don't know what to make, then don't print
Exactly.
Don't do it just to be
I
doing
don't see anything I like, so. And anyway, I have to repair some of my printers. With the maintenance on it.
What chat was Scott talking about the Osprey or Cosbricks? I see where Trevor posted about. I shared it to my group of the Osprey model. Is that what Scott was just talking about? That's what I think it's called, an Osprey. But there's no tail rotors on it. You believe so? Okay, let me tag Scott here. And then I type this one after it.
Holy hell, that's a lot of wires.
All right. Okay, thanks, Cosbricks. Yeah, 38 people watching right now. We're down to 3 people on screen. That's shocking. 27 on YouTube, 11 on Twitch. I guess people are busy or somebody else is streaming or something. But usually we got a full house by now.
I know.
2 hours, 43 minutes. Oh well. Been doing this for like 4 years now, so we'll be back next week and the week after and the one after that and so forth. If I'm not here, something happened. So I think in 2019, 2020, whenever it was, I had all my surgeries. I was offline for like 6 months. I had lots of health problems in the hospital. Yeah, when I was in the hospital, last thing I wanted to do was be on the internet. I didn't want visitors. I didn't want food. I didn't want anything. That's kind of how I felt. My sister's like, well, I can bring you some magazines. What do you want me to pick? Like, I don't want anything. I just totally didn't care. That's how I was feeling. Things can always get better.
Because I'm nationwide. That's gonna look so slick. Or should I say sick? Gonna look sick, yeah, that's it. Decisions. Well, I think it's time, dude. And we'll just for me to go boink 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 boink. You know. Bounce.
2 hours and 49 minutes I've been streaming. Let me find somebody to rate out to. Say I'm not going to make it 3 hours. See who's out there.
Hey, like I said earlier today, last Saturday was an awesome string. Nothing says we can't have an awesome string next Saturday. Today was, it was okay. We had some people, but people do have lives. Other stuff happening.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
I just want to be done with this little project, man. I can't wait to get this thing running. Because I keep saying I got 3 printers when in reality I only got 2.
Too big.
Two that are operational.
Alright, bye everyone.
I'm not out here yet, Matt. Hold on.
Oh, alright, sorry.
I'm going to set up my raid and stuff. I think I'll raid on Twitch in a big channel. Okay, if you're watching on Twitch, we're going to raid in a big channel. Let me get that started. We're almost out of here, but we'll be back next Saturday, same time, same bat channel, 12 p.m. Pacific. And then we got the raid going on Twitch right now. So everybody watching on Twitch, thank you very much. All the likes, subscribe, shares. You guys have an awesome day. Until next time. There goes that
Bye
raid.
everyone.
Everybody watching on YouTube, take care, guys. Have a great weekend, a great day, great everything, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Yeah, have a good one. Bye.
Bye.